close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. On we'll go. On we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. On we'll go.
Welcome. How's everybody doing tonight?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up,
we-
everybody?
We have our legend and Kryptonian with me. We are the
So
Three
good.
Musketeers, as we are with you every week. Hopefully, we bring you some good stuff tonight. Hopefully.
Some would say the Three Stooges, but it's all good. If anybody ever calls you Larry, I'll kill him. You know.
Yeah, we're the FUD fighting stooges. We go from Discord to Discord, fighting FUD. Nobody can attack us. We fight them with fact, and then they still come at us with.
We use the English language as well quite often. So, or at least
Yeah.
grammar.
At least today they were respectful to us. That's all I can
Yeah,
ask for. Be respectful, and just good principle in life in general. Be respectful, even if you don't agree with somebody. Be respectful. Hear them out, because you learn a lot more when you're respectful. Let them play their cards. Don't just call them morons.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Prado.
I wonder who that was towards. Yeah.
Unless you're Prado, man. I'm like,
I
bro, you
forgot
always...
to upload Prado's video. He made an awesome video today where it's just like, but Greek, he made the keys. He's got the keys, Greek. His Prado voice.
I'm sitting here having a good conversation with these guys, and all of a sudden Prado comes in and pisses on the wall again and then bounces. You know, it's pretty funny, man. And I was laughing at that video. It was pretty funny.
That's classic. And then he hits him with the 1-2. They changed his name to Prado the Clown, though. So I found it funny. I was dying laughing when I saw that. And then they made it a bright green. Oh no, my color is green too. For some reason, they gave you a higher role than me. They like you guys.
Oh really? Well, because we go in there as a nice guys, man. We're just trying to have conversations.
Yeah. And I'm generally interested in what they have to say. I mean, a lot of what they're saying is somewhat speculative. And like I said, they're screenshots. They're taken out of context. You only get one side of it. They don't tell you exactly, okay, well, this was said, but they don't tell you what was leading up to that and or what happened after, or the situation that was going on. Like they'll just show a super chat and not what was being discussed at that time when that super chat was given. So
yeah, that's what I get. They take screenshots. exactly your screenshot. And it's like, he said it could not be changed. And I'm like, no, he said it was written in the blockchain. And he was talking to somebody who was asking how the vesting is going to take place. Is it written in the blockchain, or is it something that can like just be altered, or is it hard coded in the contract? And he says, no, it's hard coded in the contract. And they're like, see, he said it was not changing. Never said the 5 months was final.
Well, actually, they said he promised. I was like, I've never seen him say promise anywhere. At least I haven't. And then he said that he promised, and he said it would never change. I said, or it will be in the contract, or and that's just it will be as if it hasn't been done yet. So I was just using exactly what was said. That's all I can do. And you're right, and I'm gonna, whatever you throw at me, I'm gonna look at it. I promise you that. I'm gonna take it back. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff thrown at me. When I'm not online, or if I'm not at the office, or if I'm not in Discord, I'm looking through it all. Because, as you said, they're speculative, but to me, it's all conjecture. And that comes from not having all the information. Right. So, and I want both sides of the story here.
So I put up a poll question, but I can't even see my own results of my poll question. So that's great. It disappeared from my phone. So I don't even know. I was putting, do you guys believe? Because today he said May 30th to June 7th is a tentative date. I go, do you trust the team? Was option 1. Option 2 is I believe that will be the date. Option 3 is no. And then option 4 is not a chance in hell they hit that date. Believe in the team, and option 2 was like leading last time I looked, but I can't see it. So if anybody in the comments wants to just tell me what the results are right now. But
sure.
I just wanted to see what people think of it.
Didn't he come out and say something along the lines of what's 3 days from the 27th or something along those lines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
And then his letter to the people today said the 30th to the 7th is when they're planning. And there's a little minor issue with the Firestorm mechanics. It's very minor, and that's the only thing holding them back from going to Gamma. And once you're on Gamma, we're in a good spot, because that's the tough stuff, the rebasing, the Firestorm. He also talked about restarting the Decentrology, and then the marketing budget's going to ramp up a little more to get more eyes in to come test this. So there is a lot of good things going on along with it.
Yeah, for those that are saying what happened to Decentrology, well, he talked about it. There it is. There's a lot of, where's this? There's a comment I saw just a minute ago that it looks like we're never going to launch. I mean, if I could bring it up, I'd love to, if that's okay with you guys.
You can bring anything you want.
Here we go. What's up, Daniel? First time I've seen you post, man. Hopefully you're doing well. And I do mean that, man. But let's hear what you have to say. It looks like it's never launching, capital L, I think, lowercase I. Interesting. I'd like to know what happened there. But you can never trust Brian, capital T, capital B, with anything, because he's very capital letters again, very untrustworthy person. So some going on here with your keyboard, bud. But he's got serious issues, right? So I'll read again. Looks like it's never launching, I think. You can never trust Brian with anything, because he's very untrustworthy. He's a very untrustworthy person. He's got serious issues. Well, there's a lot of things to unpack here. First, you're saying that it's never going to launch. Well, it hasn't launched yet, and if I'm still waiting 12 months from now, then let's talk. Okay. Give it a chance. That's all I can say. Right. We're getting closer to that finish line. I don't see any reason why we're not going to cross it. So that's my thought on that. You can never trust Brian with anything. That's a lot, man. I mean, that's a huge claim, bro. That's a lot. I mean, who are you? What do you know? Right. Because he's a very untrustworthy person. I mean, that's your opinion, bud. I don't know you, and I don't know Brian personally, but I don't have any reason to feel that. And he's got serious issues. A lot of stuff you're saying here, bud. You obviously don't think it's going to happen, but I think that it is, and that's what I love about this space. You have your opinion. I have mine, and I respect your opinion, bro. And I hope I'm right. A
lot forget that Brian's the guy you see making the announcements and everything, but there's 4 founders. There's 4 people making decisions. There's a whole team of people behind the scenes. So everybody just wants to say, oh, Brian's screwing us. Yeah. This change is made. Brian's screwing us. Who was on last week with us discussing the change? Plan B. Plan B's in part of these decisions too. Nobody will say anything bad about the other 3. They just want to throw Brian screwing us. Brian screwing us. You always hear Brian this, Brian that, Brian this, Brian that, Brian that. But truth of the matter is,
a team.
If this blockchain fails, Brian's got to have a lot of crap coming his way. So
Yeah,
like
that's a lot of pressure.
He's not sitting there wanting this to fail. He's put a lot of time, a lot of effort. And when you say he's untrustworthy and he's made promises that he can't deliver on, what hasn't he delivered on yet? Yeah, he's changed some things, a lot of it for the better. What's up, Poodles?
What up,
yo?
So, there's a lot of things he's changed. It's not always a negative thing, but moving forward, we got, the Uxie news coming. That's going to be great. Another passive income stream to earn more Vulcan. So I'm excited about that. What's up, Poodles?
I'm just riding the train, baby. Riding the train, the Vulcan train, the unstoppable mammoth that we are.
Yeah, man. It's the Polar Express, as that some may say, right? Let's hope it goes north, right? I'm hoping it does. I think you guys talked about that a while back.
I'm like 2 billion% certain that it's gonna.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I mean, there's things happening, man, that just some boxes keep getting checked for me, man, and I'm excited about it. Even Brian said, I think who was it, NR that said it, or maybe it was a comment, or maybe it was you, Greek, just a moment ago, talked about was it 3 days after the 27th or up to the 27th or whatever. So yeah. Why in the hell would you say that? Why would you say that, Brian? Well, what the hell is that about? Well, I know what that's about, right? He's saying something, so I'm hoping it's what I think he's saying, right? But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That was said?
You see, so
yeah.
Yesterday on Prado's Live, he said...
I didn't even know that.
So the Uxie sacrifice ends the 27th of May. And then on his live, he super chatted saying, what's 3 days after the 27th? Now, that could mean anything in the world, but I've seen a lot of CEOs, like when they're playing games or they're doing riddles. I doubt that he's doing this because you don't want to mess with people like that. I've seen a lot of CEOs do that where they go, oh, what's 3 days after the 27th? And it's just a hypothetical, That's like a Safe Moon thing. We got a lot to talk about there.
Yeah. Let's talk about Safe.
I've dealt with that Safe Moon. What's this? The riddles and stuff. We don't need riddles, okay? But then today he said, launch. We're looking at a tentative launch May 30th through June 7th. Sorry, June 7th. So it's like a week span of time there. So he gave that date range, and they're working hard. Also, they're looking to get Gamma up shortly, and Decentrology is about to get pumped back on again. So
yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you guys next week.
There you go. Mic drop.
I was joking, guys. Yeah, it's great news, isn't it, Poodle? So it's better than nothing, right? At least we got something.
NR, you're muted, NR.
Yeah,
this is great news, Kryptonian. Absolutely fantastic. I'm super stoked. Didn't even know. I'm glad I came on to the show to get the most exclusive news possible.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
What's up, Compton? You there, bud? Oh, we're having some mic issues, bro. Maybe you're probably muted. Good to see you though, man. Or kind of see you.
You know what? We're gonna do this.
I still had my VPN on, and my VPN was using up a bunch of.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah.
Did you hear the new VPN news that's floating around the Twitter Spaces and stuff that the government's trying to, there's going to be fines or possible jail time if you're running a VPN in the United States of America.
I don't doubt that. Home of the, land of the free.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Land of the free.
So, Poodle, since you didn't see this article, maybe a lot of people didn't. Maybe they didn't watch my video this morning. We're just going to go through and read it because, why not? Because we can, as Prado would say, we can. So to the whole Vulcan community, I would like to share a necessary Vulcan blockchain progress update. Software development takes time and presents challenges both in the digital realm and in the same way it does in the real world when dealing with technology. It is a constant pursuit of absolute refinement for which our team of experienced developers continue to push completion boundaries in order to fulfill our promises and obligations. Vulcan is opening up an entirely new category within cryptocurrency and creating something entirely unique. One of a kind that the world has never seen before. I believe with every fiber of my being that the concept of auto staking, auto rebasing, and auto compounding will act as a catalyst to usher in the new wave within DeFi, allowing for generational wealth to be created by unlocking the door to true passive income. The Firestorm mechanism is a primary core element that supports Vulcan tokenomics to enhance efficiency as well as maintain long-term deflationary structure. Being that it is an integral component to making everything work in sync, it is important to us as a team and all native vol holders that harnessing its positive attributes and capabilities is not left out of focus. Supporting Firestorm on Vulcan has presented some minor challenges and in return negligible setbacks as our blockchain developers work tirelessly, tongue twisters, to solve. As soon as it's fully operational without internal flaws, our next stage will be progressed to the official release of Gamma Testnet, which is not far away. At this point, we'll begin the relaunch of Hyperverse by Decentrology, coupled with deployment of marketing capital to boost awareness and acquisition of developer interest onto our chain. We continue to strive forward by ticking off milestones in our capacity to deliver a fully operational Layer 1 blockchain with a targeted launch in Q2 2023. We'll keep bringing you regular progress updates and remain hopeful that a tentative date of between May 30th and June 7th for mainnet can be achieved. Thank you for your unwavering support, Brian Legend. That was that today.
There it is.
Yeah,
it's good news.
Now, did I miss? Were there dates that were specified in there?
Yeah, it's the last line, May 30th through June 7th.
Can we say that one more time? One more time. Let me hear that one more time.
Let's go and bring it up.
Right there. May 30th to June 7th for mainnet can be achieved. So that's the dates.
Yeah.
It
says it can be, guys. It doesn't say he promises.
Right.
It will be. It's in the contract. It says,
yeah.
It's not hard coded.
Yeah. It's not
wording,
hard-coded.
Wording is like very integral with this stuff because people see that and say, he promised dates. And I always get nervous when somebody throws dates out, especially when they say there's minor issues. You know, so I just want people to be understandable that that's their tentative. They're pushing towards that. And obviously, they need the blockchain to come out as we do. We want it to, but they also need it to come out and be right because you don't want any issues. And as we see, one small oversight can lead to an $8.9 million error. And if you guys haven't heard that news, SafeMoon got their whole LP drained because of one little error with a what was it again?
It's a native burn mechanism, which is I can't understand why they have this.
It's to allow anyone to burn any coin or any coins from any wallet, which is it's.
So when did we go to V2 there?
V2 was last year November. Not 2021 November. Yeah.
So 2021. We're at 2023 here. I mean, Cenk, think about that. It's been in there. It's been in that contract, hard coded for a long time, and it just got caught. So, and I was concerned about.
Oh, and the only reason it got caught is because it got exploited.
Yes.
So
it got exploited. That's right. That's right.
It didn't technically get caught until someone used it nefariously.
That's right.
And this is the thing. There's audits done all the time, and everybody always wants to look at audits and say, oh, look, they were audited. I feel good about myself. That contract was audited too. That function exists. Well, sometimes you don't see the possible exploits until they happen. But also you want to ask, why wasn't why was it in one place, your whole LP? It could have been spread out in so you cut off an arm, you still got your body at least,
diversity. Diversify it.
That's terrible. And I saw a lot of people but my wallet balance yesterday, I was in one of the groups and the one guy's like, my wallet balance is like triple. I'm making so much money. And he was thinking about selling. I go, you sell into $111 of LP. You're going to get nothing. And you're going to be like, what the hell happened?
It's digits on a screen at that point.
Yeah.
It's digits on a screen. So obviously people that say that don't understand how crypto really works.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like that's a statement made by someone who doesn't really understand the basics of crypto and liquidity.
Mr. Yan, this is funny. Sorry about your hair loss issues. Yeah. Get them all. No, I just felt like, I wear a hat 90% of the time. Okay. So this is just so much easier. I can get out of bed, not have to worry about anything, hat hair and all that crap. And then the 8-ball said, Greek, you must shave. And I'm not about ready to go against the 8-ball. It's just bad karma, especially in these times.
No homo. I think you look good, brother.
Why, thank you. Thank you, sir.
I think you look good, man. No homo.
So Charles
No homo.
DYOR says, bust that FUD. Prado has a scorched earth approach. Yeah, he scorched earth approach is right.
He does. He does.
Yeah, he comes in hard.
He does.
Yeah, he does, man. He does. It's
Yeah.
like, he's like, I don't even get a chance to prepare for it. I'm like, bro, come on, man.
Okay.
At least warn me.
It is funny. It is funny. And some like Prado will just come in and just, he's like letting a pit bull go in like the kitchen when you got like meat sitting all around. And stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just like
the,
tearing shit up left and right and then just leaves. And
like,
you're sitting there going, I got to clean this mess up,
It's like they just pulled out the turkey. It's done.
Right,
We're about to
right.
have dinner. Everybody's
Yeah.
sitting down. Prado comes in the kitchen, just knocks it on the ground.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, we're having conversations like trying to convince these fudders why they're wrong and showing them statistics, and then Prado goes in, "Hi, my favorite stupid idiots,"
Right.
and you're like, you just undid
Not helping
all
us, bro.
the good
Right.
momentum we
Right.
had.
What's funny is he dropped a meme, and one of the guys in there was like, "Oh, you want to play the meme game? Let's do this." I'm like, and I was like, "Yeah, I've
There
seen your
goes.
memes, guys. They're pretty good, man." So Prado's got his work cut out for him. These guys are quick, man.
And not only they're quick, because some of them are pretty witty too, man.
Yeah, they're
like
funny
they're
as
good,
hell.
man. Those guys are
I've been
pretty good.
going through probably the last few months
Yeah.
of this. They're so funny as shit. They're like, there's tons of them, guys.
But what's crazy is they have all this on speed dial. They have Prado footage. Like they are obsessed with Prado. Like today, it's just for you guys who don't know. Daniel Prado Fashion, he released a new line of items today. They were already talking about his wonderful line of underwear, the Legend underwear line.
Oh man,
it was
funny, man.
And Prado's like, I love it. They keep tabs on me. They're checking my site daily. I'm like, he goes, if you're not being hated, you're not loved. And I'm like, you got that right, Prado.
Does he have a female line or is it just for guys? Does he have Daniel Prado thongs?
That would be cool.
In fact, Odie will be.
Can you guess where he put the Vulcan symbol on his Daniel Prado underwear?
Who would have thought?
Kiwi would definitely have bought one of those for the beach.
Yeah. It says Mr. Worldwide up the back of the thong.
Oh, that would be great.
Fucking shit.
I'm praying.
Oh man.
I hear they wear those in Texas.
Yeah, we wear them. Well, I don't wear them. I can assure you that.
So, Gmo Vol says, trust the team is at 56% on my poll. There's been 90 votes. Very confident is 34%. Let's see if they give any. 10%, that's 9 people that say no, they don't trust the team. So there's some non-believers in the house.
Here's the thing: you got to remember they're setting a goal. Now that goal can move, depending upon what things they encounter along the way. But that's what they're shooting for. So if everything goes perfect, we'll see a blockchain between those dates. If they have to push it back because they encounter some issues, so be it. But as soon as those dates, let's just say something comes up and those dates aren't met, immediately people are going to come out and say, oh, there it goes. He put, Brian said these dates, the blockchain's not happening. And I mean,
and those are all the people that only have $10 invested
or don't have anything invested
or don't have anything
invested.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's so tough though, because if you don't give dates, this is what you get.
Right.
When is it launching? What does Q2 mean? I don't understand. When's it launching? When's it launching, Greek? I get that daily. And then he gives a date. Well, what if he doesn't hit that date? Well, you asked for a date. He gave you a date.
I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I tend to thrive under pressure. So when I put a goal out there, or I put something, a finish line that I need to get to, it pushes me to work harder. And I would imagine Brian's kind of the same way. He's able to push the team a little bit more. Hey guys,
hopefully
this is
he's
the goal.
not like the Greek, because I used to be one where I knew my assignment was due a week from now, and I'd be like,
Wait till the
okay,
last minute.
how long can I wait? And it was 2 hours before I was ready to go to bed the night before, and then I'd be like, okay, now I'm in my zone, because I knew I had no other choice. That's how I worked.
Now, procrastination can work to your advantage.
Yeah, you
sometimes,
can't do that with the blockchain. So
no.
Hopefully they're not like me. This is a good way to think about things. We are moving forward. It may not seem as fast as we expected, but the main thing is we are moving forward. one step closer to launch every day. It's not about the speed. It's about getting to the goal. And once you get to the goal, nobody's going to look back and be like, that took too long to get to the goal. I'm not happy with the goal now that I'm here. It makes it so much more rewarding when we do collect that first flex, that first power pool, looking back at the journey that we were all on together. All those Prado live streams of being told what the numbers are going to be for you, Brian aims to share and deliver life-changing wealth to the Vulcan community. He has my full confidence and trust. Brian is driven to succeed for himself and us all. The changes have been for our benefit. They truly have been for our benefit. Everything Vulcan. So far, nothing is really hurting us unless you wanted access to all your funds because you needed all your funds. You absolutely needed them. Then I could see the vesting having some issues with your personal thoughts, but for the overall blockchain, it's a good thing. So it's very, very, very.
Yeah, I can understand that. People were already spending the money or planning for it, and it sucks, because you're expecting to do some things with it. I'm not going to say pivot, but I will. But no, in all honesty, but derp. Derp. What you say? Derp. But at the end of the day, guys, this is crypto. If you've been in it for at least 5 minutes, things change. All right, things change, and some of the changes that we do not want to see or hear is, hey, liquidity was just freaking, exploited. We haven't heard that, so that's why I'm super happy where I'm at right now, and I'm okay. I mean, the dates that were given, I'll take that. That's right on lines what I was thinking, anyways. I know Pride's talking about Christmas. But I'm actually, I know he's gonna get mad that I said that, but I'm just joking, bro. He didn't say that.
Yeah. And I was kind of annoyed with the Safe Moon stuff. Like people, I never wished harm when I left the Safe Moon community, when I stopped covering them, because I was an investor. A lot of people, I have buddies still, who are investors in that, like good people I met online. There's some really good people in the community. And to see what can happen on one oversight, it's crazy in the space. And there's always those people that are out there trying to get you. It's like, it's sad. It's very sad. And unfortunately, their community seems to, they're going to get the FUD. It's FUD storm, but their community seems to be holding together okay right now. But
that's what I was talking to Prado about this morning. What's up, Odie?
Hey, guys.
Holy shit.
Hey. That's a beard and a half.
That's a silverback beard right there, bro. That's freaking awesome. I love it. It's awesome. What's up,
Look
guys?
at that.
Hell
that is seriously epic beardage, man.
And that beard has grown a lot since Dubai, man. He's making that thing go.
All the testosterone just fell out of my body.
Just wanted to say what's up,
Bobby. I did this for you, man.
Oh, dude. Oh, damn. Greetings from Los Angeles. We just got checked in. We found out, we got all we're ready to rock and roll. We're doing interviews tomorrow. And then, as Greek knows, it's rock and roll Friday night.
That's right.
Cool.
Yeah. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Making me stay up all night.
Good luck with that, guys.
It better not be an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, sorry about that, Greek.
That was funny, right?
All right, we got to run. Bobby's got some more stuff that he's.
All right, guys. Good seeing you, man.
Thanks for popping on, man, and go get him.
Good luck.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Cool. So Odie's running Friday night, so you guys can't catch him. You'll be able to watch him on TV. Hopefully, he makes it on the telecast. King Kaching says, so good to see you back and smiling, Poodles. It's great to have Poodles with us. Always welcome here. Monkey Girl, good evening, Greek. Love you with or without the beard.
Hey, what's up, Monkey Girl?
Thank you so much. I'm glad that I have your support. Some people said they were boycotting tonight's show because I got rid of my beard, and they were just joking. So that wasn't serious, but it was just funny in the chat.
I think it was called Boy Scouting because you look like a kid. I think that's what that was about.
You do look a lot younger there, man.
A lot younger, man.
Yeah.
Cleaner and fresh.
There it is.
Yeah, man.
So Florida Finest Vol, I trust the team is working diligently to meet the dates Brian is giving. It is also important to remember that this is a pivot by providing a specific date range. Progress is being made. Yeah, something tells me that the date range was given for a reason. He understands that you miss that range, you're going to piss off a lot of people.
Yeah, not only that, I'm sure they had a meeting to discuss, hey, here's where we're at as of right now. Here's what's left to do. Here's what the issues that we've encountered so far. Here's what we, where we plan to go, and this is how long it should take. And I think they looked at all of that information. They made an informed decision and said, okay, well, we're going to throw these dates out here to kind of allow people to hold our feet to the fire.
So you know how obsessed I am, right? Like, so yesterday when he said, what's 3 days after the 27th, I went in my countdown and I put in the 30th. It's 61 days, 23 hours, 28 minutes.
Yeah.
So that to me seems like plenty of time for them to run through a lot of this stuff that we're talking about. If you're in Gamma in the next week and a half and you get 50 days to really run through Gamma's the really difficult stuff, other than the DApps and all that stuff, the claim DApp, testing that out. But Plan B last week, I don't know if a lot of people you caught, like he says things, he goes, it's going to blow your head off, like, which shows that it's already being built out. So like for anybody worried about the claim DApp, so they got to build that, they got to build Ooksy Swap. You saw they already had the website up. It's shown on the Medium article and in the light paper. It showed pictures of it. Now anybody can copy and paste, but like those are build out. So they obviously are in the stages of doing that. So they got different teams doing different things. And yeah, supposedly this VPN thing, there's some truth to it. I don't know. I use a VPN.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. I guess how do you prove that to be able to find someone? I mean, okay, well, I guess they would have to go through your internet provider.
That's just one of the things about.
And then where are you crossing that line of, getting into my privacy? And I mean, I don't know.
Plus, isn't it like
coming from an IT guy?
So
I think they're looking at this because people cheat the system a lot with different things with VPNs.
They're going to be able to say what they're trying. You're right, Greek. What their whole pitch is going to be is there's so much crime that's untouchable because you guys are not allowing us to disable VPN or.
But here's the thing: if I want to go and expose myself to that on a VPN, isn't that my prerogative? Like, I don't need you to police me. You know what I mean? Like if I want to access an exchange that's I'm banned from, but I can do the workaround and use a VPN, then that's on me. So if I lose money or something happens, I can't sit there and complain at that point.
You just said it though.
You're
not
losing
the onus
money. Is on me.
No, you're not losing money.
Right.
They're losing money.
Correct.
That's what it's all about.
It's
all about control.
They want their piece.
So I was talking to Prado this morning and we were talking about security and all that stuff and
you are a brave soul.
And one of the things that people talk about being anonymous on the internet, I'll just, I don't want to ever show who I am. And I get it. I mean, I'm all about privacy and I speak with devs. I get it. Me too. There's some things I'm super private about, and especially when you're on the blockchain. But at the end of the day, unless you own the backbone of the internet or a piece of it, like the ISPs, you're not as anonymous as you think, kid. All right. You're riding someone's pipe. They will find you. Oh, I'll just bounce around. I'll hop all over. Okay. You're going to hop on someone's network. You will be caught eventually. So unless you own the cable, own the fiber running through the ground, all right, you're not as anonymous as you think. So to your question, you want to stop VPN? Yeah. It's all about going to the ISPs. Hey, AT&T, we need to know everybody that's actually connecting through to the VPN on your, I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it. I mean, it's so, I don't want to do a bunch of nerd talk here, but yes, they can do some filtering to some degree and stop most of it. There are still ways around it, right? But at the end of the day, guys, unless you own the network, I mean, all you can do is play by the rules. And we hope that our politicians and representatives, at least here in the States, right, they do not let that shit happen, right? Because that's what it's going to take, right? It's going to have to be an act of Congress, unless the ATF comes out and writes another damn rule for some bullshit or whatever, Yeah. Anyways,
for sure.
Another story. But anyways. Let's hope they don't do that, man. Let's hope they don't do that.
I love you, man.
Go there, but
Tiana says I should rename this 3 Men and a Schoolboy. Looking sharp, Greek. Well, now we got to name it 3 Men, Schoolboy, and a Chicken Arm Man. Gotcha, Compton. Gotcha.
Chicken arm, man. Peacock.
I'm with you, Chris Cruz.
Who is that guy with the hat at the top of the screen?
What did Chris say here?
What did Chris say?
ATF can suck it.
Oh, yeah.
ATF can suck it.
Hey, Chris, I'm going to be having a live here pretty soon, and in ours, we were talking about it. So you're more than welcome to join us, buddy. And anybody that wants to join the live, we're going to be talking everything but crypto, I would imagine. But you're looking forward to that. A lot of things happening. Yes, ATF can suck it. I said it.
Yeah, man. We'll be talking.
What's up, man?
We'll be talking firearms and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I get a lot of questions. I don't know everything, but people ask about what I do know and how I feel about certain things. So I'd love to talk about it. All right. So there was a comment here. Expect that I was going to bring.
Let me read this one really quick. The Raven.
Go ahead.
I truly believe that UXI will outpace Vulcan in time, given UXI is a DEX and will continuously onboard new projects. I'm the only one who sees this forecast, or am I missing something? UXI and Vulcan are going to grow. A lot of UXI may, if they go on other chains and they if they swap on other chains, that's where it could grow really exponentially from the blockchain. But in terms of the blockchain, all the projects that are on the blockchain are going to be going through UXI. And, so I see a lot of volume going through there and the blockchain getting the same stuff. So they work tandem together. And being a part of UXI helps you earn more Vulcan, which then helps you earn more Vulcan, which then helps you earn more passive income. And then you flex more, you power pool more, you rebase more. So it's like constantly like getting in. And now with the new burn mechanisms of UXI, I see this really going crazy with price appreciation. One question I had for all of you guys is how much money do you think comes in on the UXI sacrifice? Because that will determine its starting circulating supply.
I don't know, man.
It's tough. Like, okay, so they have 6.25 million available. So if all $5, all that gets sold, that's 32 million, I think about. So you need $32 million in cash to come to fill it. Does you raise $32 million? That's the interesting question.
I say no.
Yeah, I say no as well. Like I will. My whole take on the UXI, and I'm not as vocal as I probably could be about it. I mean, I've got another sacrifice. I've already sacrificed Seifu to Vulcan. And I'm all sacrificed out, man. I want to see blockchain. I get it. We're going to have UXI and all that. I get it. I know this could be a possible revenue stream and all that. I'm all for that, of course. I love the idea of it all. But at this point, it's just an idea. There's no product yet. So before I sacrifice anything else, I want to see blockchain. That's just me, guys. That's just me. All right. Yeah. Because I'm all sacrificed out. I am. Others may not be. But that's just where I am right now. I'd love to see him be able to raise 20-30 million for this thing. Is it possible? I don't know. But I don't think it's going to come personally from the community, because I think we're all tapped out right now. You know what I mean?
And that was kind of my point, Kryptonian, is I mean, really everyone that's going to sacrifice into UXI is mainly going to be in the Vulcan community, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to get some outside money, but majority of it would come from within the Vulcan community. Now, not that we don't believe in UXI, but you've got people that are already pissed off about the vesting schedule. They want their money. We were looking for a blockchain in January with Seifu X, and we had to pivot. And here we are talking about June. So I think people really want to see something tangible before they put any more skin in the game, if that makes sense. So I think you'll get people that are, that see the long-term vision of UXI. I see it. It's a long-term play. You're going to get money just like a pancake swap. I mean, you're going to get to share in that. I mean, if you'd have told me when Pancake Swap first came out that, hey, if you invest in this, you're going to get a percentage for every transaction for the rest of the time the DEX is up, I mean, that's a no-brainer, knowing what we know now. So, I mean, it's a great opportunity, but I think a lot of people are just, all right, let's get Vulcan launched, and then once I get some of that revenue come in, then I'll put it in UXI.
Exactly. I'm exactly.
Tina Negata's got a great question.
Can one of you find it? What?
I see it. I got it right here.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Got a question. When I go to sell, is there any advantage to sell on our SEX, whatever that is, or via UXI swap? Doesn't matter. First of all, in order to get it to sell on your SEX, you're going to have to transfer. So you're going to be hit with the 5% to transfer into the SEX, and then you're going to sell and you're going to pay their fees. If you sell on our DEX, you're going to end up paying 5% sell tax. So it's actually the same thing. it really doesn't matter. It just depends where you're off ramping. If you got the off ramp set up, like let's say we don't know what sex is yet.
I know what it is, Greek.
Yeah, I knew that.
I was waiting for it, man. I was waiting for it.
We don't know which centralized exchange it is, and if they have a card set up like a debit card, like crypto.com, where you can just that might be advantageous for me to go there because then I could put it on that card and take some money out, and I already have the bank account. It just depends what's set up with the exchange and what advantages the exchange holds. So
the advantages aren't financial. I think it's more of what your end game is to do with those funds.
That's more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the great questions I've been asked by a lot of people in the community, Greek, is it better to sacrifice for UXI or wait and buy more Vulcan? And I find myself torn every single time I get asked this question because
maybe split your funds. I mean, it's a tough call.
I go, you don't know what UXI's gonna do on the open market.
Now I did say that, right? That I'm all tapped out, right? But I already know, man. I already know if with what the article that you just read, and we're talking about that week span, if I decide not to sacrifice anything, and we freaking launch on whatever between those two dates, the dates that you mentioned, I'm gonna be pissed because I could have gotten in. I mean, I know there's not a huge advantage to getting in, but I don't want to miss that opportunity. You know what I mean? So I'm at a crossroads, and it's not that I don't believe in what UXI can do. I'm 100% do. I mean, I'm excited about the whole DEX thing, but yeah, I just want to see something first. Not that I haven't seen a lot already, but I just want to see a little bit more. So I'm at a crossroads, guys. But as we get closer to that date, ask me again. All right.
I have to say one thing about the calculator, and I know you guys all love the calculator, and you all
love yours or Prado's?
Yeah.
No, the UXI calculator. There's an UXI calculator out, and while it works great, there's so many unknowns.
Correct.
And the thing is, we don't know what volume we're going to be. We don't know what projects are going to be on the deck. So it's very hard for me to make good assumptions of what the volume is going to be on that. And then you don't know how many people are going to sacrifice. Like I said, if we get all 6.25 million in at $5, that's like $31 million. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of money. Now, what if we only get $5 million in? That's 1 million coins. Now, when you put those numbers in, they look a lot better when you throw in lower amounts. And then you have to take in the deflationary aspect of the coin. Like as you get more volume and it's deflationary, you could build your percentage. So there's a lot going on with that. Plus you have to take into account that whatever you get paid in is vol, that then will start rebasing. You'll start flexing on that. So it's a way of adding to your bag. And a lot of people, what I've told people is, you can get UXI at $5. You don't know if you're going to wait till day one and get Vulcan at $9. We may think there might be a dip. The fact is, I have no clue in hell. I have no clue if this is going to spike up to $90 and then you're left, I saved all my money. I didn't get UXI. And then UXI's going crazy too because it's paired with vol. So there's a whole lot of factors here. And if you buy an UXI and sacrifice, you do get that 10% bonus. If the price does rise up, I was telling people this, you can always sell UXI because you have no tax. There's no tax, buy, sell, or transfer tax on UXI. And then you can buy Vulcan then and make your decision later. So there's a whole lot of ways to play this, and no way is right or wrong. You just got to know what you want to do for yourself. What's up, Brooklyn Huddle?
Good. How's it going, brothers?
Good, man. Right. Thanks for joining us, man.
Likewise. Thanks for having me, man.
All the time, man.
Always. I like the Corks and Crypto thing, man. That's a great idea, brother. I like that.
Oh man, that's mellow. That's mellow, man. That's his jump off. He allowed me.
Oh, that's him. That's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah. But I think I saw you on there though.
Yeah. I was on there hanging out with the brothers last night, man.
Right on. That's where I saw you at. Okay. Right on.
Yeah, I was gonna join, but then I got asked to go to the golf. We went to a golf simulator, and I got my golf game on.
Right on. How'd you do?
Oh, it was just a golf sim. So I got new clubs. So, getting the swing down. I'm about 30 yards farther with the new clubs. So I can't wait to get on the real course.
Right on.
Monkey Girl wants some legend panties. We got to tell Prado to make them. Because right now they're just boxer briefs, I think. No, I don't know.
And where's the V?
You know where the V is.
I figured as much. Knowing Prado. Okay. Right on. Right
Don
on.
Diego, what Discord are you guys having these convos in? I don't want to cause chaos by telling everybody the Discord. If you guys
DM one of us, DM one of us.
Yeah, like it's fun. Sometimes they're respectful, but we go in there. You want to see what they have against us, and what they're fighting with. And a lot of it's old stuff that we've all heard before. You know, the stuff that hasn't taken us down yet, but all magically now they think they're going to take the system down. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Biz makes a good point from Brian Legend on Daniel Prado Live this morning. From a blockchain level, things are entirely different. No need for concern there at all. Layer 1. Exploits on non-exclusive smart contracts on the Vulcan smart chain are what they are. People can release whatever they wish on our chain. Layer 3 solutions, tokens, etc., SafeMoon, and that is on them. So basically what he's saying is Layer 1, the vulnerabilities are way different. They're basically non-existent as opposed to these smart contracts you see and like the exploits you see. Because a lot of people see what happens with SafeMoon, and the reason why it's a big deal is they come in and they're like, oh my God, look at what happened. That was a big project, and they get this negative feeling, and then they don't want to invest their money in this space. And I realize it can happen, but this is why you got to really look into things, and it's not anybody's fault to invest in SafeMoon. This exploit was there for over a year. So a lot of times you don't know what you don't.
Let me say this too, Greek. I know Kryptonian and myself, we're involved in the ARM project, Arbitramium, with the crypto league community. And I know we've said in the past that was a fork of SafeMoon. So we want everyone to know that we have triple checked that exploit is nowhere near our contract.
Yeah, I heard that that exploit's not there because it's
which contract was that
for ARM?
100%. Yep. Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were on that quickly, and TCL came back, says nope, we don't have that native burn mechanism.
Yep.
If you want to check it out, we do not have that code in our contract.
Immediately, Kryptonian. As soon as we heard about SafeMoon, Kryptonian and I were texting back and forth.
Oh yeah. So
and
we already knew.
Yep.
And again, I text TCL. He got on the lot. He called me and reassure everybody. So we're good to go.
Yeah. So if you heard us say that it is a fork of SafeMoon in the past, it is all the good things and none of the bad.
Yep.
So
a lot of good. Oh yeah.
So Stevie Summertime Breezy says Uxie merch. Get on that, NR.
Oh, man, you're killing me here, brother.
If you guys don't know, NR is my business partner. He's the one who creates all the wonderful merch in our store, and I have to yell at him to create more merch, and then he doesn't do it.
The Uxie hat would be dope, man.
Yeah, I like those eyes on the Uxie logo.
Yeah, they're dope.
We just got to get a good file of it. Maybe tomorrow I'll play around with that. Senior Rojo, all I know is that Brian Legend and the team has done laps around John Crony and SafeMoon in a shorter time. Vulcan devs aren't stealing liquidity and buying mansions on the holders' dimes, unlike SafeMoon. And
I haven't seen one riddle about an owl. Pretty upset about that. If you guys understand SafeMoon, yeah, I know.
Remember when they did a whole month's worth of stuff for their birthday, and they teased all this stuff, and then it was card launching Q2, and then Q2 comes, and then they go, well, we have this extra security feature, and it's been over a year and a half, and the card still isn't out now. And then the other time they were teasing for a month and a half, it was riddle after riddle, and every 3 days it was like a new piece to the riddle, and it ended up being everybody change your profile picture to SafeMoon Hue Green. So like kind of a community event. And I'm like, a month of riddles for this. So like
people ask how can I ride this Vulcan roller coaster? Because we have our ups and downs with the markets and everything happening. I'm like, well, I've been to boot camp. It's called SafeMoon Week. I learned really hard and really quick in a hurry how to deal with some shit. That was a lot of stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
And they had just an amazing amount of investors and people in that community. So much potential. Greek and I have talked about this. They had squandered.
Okay, they had 3 million wallets at one point. Now, whether you want to believe that it's actually 3 million with dust wallets and airdrops, whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact is you had such a big community. If you had just gone Brian Legend said, I'm going to release a blockchain in a year, do whatever it takes, you would have capitalized on such a big community. Instead, it's promise after promise, missing deadlines, calling everybody who comes in a swap partner, a safe moon partner, and these are our ecosystem. The fact of the matter is they don't help the investor. So every time they bring in a new swap partner, what that swap partner is basically coming in for is to use the 700,000 wallets that are on this ecosystem. It's not me being a fudder. It was like in SafeMoon, what became the product was the people became the product rather than them releasing the product for the people. And that's what's got under my skin. It's like, don't say you're going to do something, release it.
Yeah. No, you're right. You like that one in our you just saw that message. No, but you're right, Greek. We became the product 100%, man. And yeah, you hit it right on the head, man. I that's what I've always been trying to think and say and kind of like picture it. And you just did it, man. We especially with the partners on the swap and all that stuff.
So I love Peanut Butter says Rome wasn't built in a day, then finish line is closer than the starting line. Yeah, but you can visit Rome in a day. I did it. It was very tiring. My
wife told me last night she wants to go to Greece. I'm like, I gotta call Greek, and get all the places to go. So
there you go.
Yeah, guys, Seifu is at 11 cents. Not financial advice. Do with it as you want. Just know there is people are going to be sacrificing for Uxie.
Is that a definite thing now, Greek? Like, is that?
Oh man,
you freaking bastard!
I had my strawberry Uncrustables earlier.
You saw those the snapshot that was it Curtius?
Yeah, Curtius.
Yeah. So it is a thing. So Seifu is one of the things you can sacrifice, but in order for just being clear, when you do sacrifice Seifu, that look you're benefiting because you're not paying 16% sell tax, but somebody's got to sell that to get the liquidity out since it's locked. So it's just depending on the amount of people, it's going to affect the chart. So I just want people to be aware of what's going on. And we're trying to formulate a game plan. So just be on the lookout for announcements in the Seifu. That's all I can say at this very moment about that stuff. Graham Watts. Hi, guys, from Brisbane, Australia. I got no problem with the vesting because for myself, I had passive income in mind. Sound like it's going to be a great ride for years to come. Go Vulcan. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm in this for, is the passive income. I did my video where I said you can earn 10% of your bag a month if the price stayed at $9 and you had 50 million daily volume. That still holds true, but because of the new vesting schedule, you're earning that much. It's just that 3.5% of it is stuck in the vested, and then that gets dropped at a later time. So it's actually 7% a month. Still great. And that's at $9 and 50 million volume. So Gmo Vol says, Greek, can you and Fowler do a live stream at the casino? Yeah, if I want to get kicked out of the casino, I'll open my phone and start filming myself.
Right.
But yes, we are debating.
You out for that?
We are debating because Fowler's going to be hanging out with me Friday night because we're watching Odie overnight. We're going to be on the live stream watching him. So we're debating on should we go to the boat? So this could very well happen. I missed out on the 8 ball today, so I was kind of pissed. I wanted Fowler to ask this question: should we go to the casino on the 8 and leave it up to the 8 ball?
So Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I think you should just do it, man. Do it.
Yeah, I agree.
And I know that you're a math guy and you always win, so I'm gonna sell you some money, bro.
Yeah. Oh, if you're selling me some money, then of course I win.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you lost.
No. You're gonna win with my money, is what I'm saying.
I'm the most honest person ever. My old boss gave me money when I went to Vegas, and he's like, "Put it on 23." And so I texted him when I was at the table. I could have just been lying the whole time and saying, "Oh, spin missed," because I couldn't film it. He's like, "Yeah, put it on 23, this number," and then I always play 23 too. So he's like, "Okay, it missed." Then he's like, "Okay, just put it on whatever numbers you do." And 23 came in back-to-back times. And so I had like $9,000, 4,500 was his, 4,500 was mine. And I'm like, man, I'm the most honest gambler ever. I actually told him he hit. like, because I believe in karma. Karma will come back at you tenfold in this life.
Man.
So I was like, dude, so if I've had people give me money, I'm like, if you want me to put it on red or black, you got to trust me on that. But if you want me to make a sports bet, obviously I could take a picture of the receipts and show you everything.
So you said a lot, but all I heard was you're going to bring me back $4,500. So, and you're an honest guy, and you guys heard it. No, that's pretty cool, man.
So what I'll do is I'll take out a loan from NR and I'll give you $4,500 from NR's loan.
I will say Greek is.
I don't want to hold that guy.
He's got to be one of the most honest people. So I've sent that dude. I've sent a lot of money through Greek.
Yeah, the first node transaction was crazy. Okay, I don't keep a lot of money with me at any time in my life. And we're doing the node transaction on a Wednesday. He goes, yeah, I know we're doing this node transaction, but I sent you the money today. It's Monday, bro. So I got like all this money. I'm like, this guy's crazy. He doesn't even know
you realize I'm on a boat right now?
Like, it's DeFi. I could just walk away, but I'm like, I know, I never even thought about it. I'm like, is it worth it for 50 grand? Like, I'm not walking away with like life-changing money. Like, it's just like terrible. And then I would feel bad. But it was just funny that you sent it to me 2 days prior, and then you were laughing the whole way. Like,
because you didn't even know it was there yet.
No, I didn't. I went in my wallet to see an enormous amount of money, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then I texted her. I'm like, what did you do? Why did you send it right now?
Just testing you, bro. Just testing you.
So Charles says Vulcan is the space-changing combo of Bitcoin store value, Ethereum building block, and Hex 10,000x high APR CD. All these projects were revolutionary, and Vulcan is the revolutionary hybrid of all three. I 100% agree. I wish we could beat Hex to the punch, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. But then again, they always say it's on the brink of coming out, and I expect Vulcan to shock the cryptoverse with 1,000x minimum and perhaps even face melting 10,000x plus gains, my friends.
10,000x.
Yeah, why don't we just we went Prado with that 10,000x.
Yeah, you just out Prado right there, man. I mean, that's straight up.
That's beyond Prado.
Prado just woke up.
Prado is sleeping now, and he's just like, did somebody out Prado the Prado?
He's gonna have 10,000x on his thumbnail in the morning, guys.
Oh my god,
expect it.
I love his thumbnails. Gamma testnet is out, and I'm like, I wake up today, I'm like, whoo, what did I miss? And then I read the article, I'm like, no, it's not out. He got me. Brian always over delivers, so I think he announced those dates to launch on the 27th or 28th of May just to prove he was early. He very well could.
It's possible.
I want people to know this, though. 100% want them to know this. Brian has no control of when things get released and if there's issues, because he's not the one personally with his hands on it. So when I say he's got no control, he may be able to.
He's not the devs.
He may be able to throw money at them and say, hey, I can entice you to make this happen. But, obviously, if the problems are still persisting and they got to work through things, that's where I say he has little control over it, because he's not the dev. And I've seen devs. I don't want to go into that, with devs. They take their time.
So not only that is just from working behind the scenes, and I know Kryptonian can attest to this from some of the projects that we're working on, is the dev will tell you, okay, well, I can get it done in, a week or two. And then a week or two comes around and it's, oh, well, we had this happen and that happen. And so there's always an excuse, or there's always an issue. And it's going to be more money. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. Yeah. So
did I say I was a dev? I'm you're like, wait, what?
Right.
I'm just joking.
But you said you could do it.
Yeah. When you tell me you can get it done in a day, and it's like, it's 3 days later, then I'm like, okay. But I am used to that. I am new to crypto as far as the development of blockchains and smart contracts, but I am very, very versed in actual on-premise development, working with many companies, working on financial applications on old legacy systems. So I know software, right? I understand databases and those types of things. So this is new to me because it's a different space, but it's still same concept. So I still need a dev, whether on chain or off chain, and it's the same guy. Unfortunately, it's the same damn guy. They're all cut from the same cloth, but they're
just like contractors. That's what devs are.
But
we'll get it done by this
that's
time.
a great analogy, man.
But
I was just thinking about that. My mom
Yep.
did the kitchen, and they said, "Oh, you get quotes with them." And the one guy's like, "Of course, that's a selling point, right? I can promise you this. I can promise you the world." Oh, but yeah, you have little control as a contractor too on shipping shortages. Like the cabinets were delayed a month, and that wasn't the contractor's fault for once in their life. So I'm like, okay, but there's times where they're like, they don't show up a day when they say they're going to show up, and this happens, So when you're dealing with other people,
yeah, you're right. You're right. Because the developers that we work with, you're right. There are things that are out of their control.
Sure.
So yeah, that's a damn good.
And here's the other thing too: is Vulcan's doing something that has never been done before with the firestorm and a lot of these mechanisms that are in place. So they're in uncharted territories. There's nothing they can fork or nothing they can copy. So they're doing it all from scratch with some of these features.
Donald Richardson says we have 116 investors viewing. I'm glad he said that, investors. But only 26 likes. Push that like button and subscribe. Yeah, and we are also airing on Kryptonian's channel and ours channel.
Oh yeah,
and
what
Brooklyn and Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn added his channel.
Yeah, Brooklyn added his channel.
Figured out that feature.
Yeah, man.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna say if next person to super chat me will get 30% off at the Vulcan merch store. So, if you super chat
you $1, order $800 worth of shit.
Here they come! Here they come! Hey,
next person that super chats
it's a
me.
race.
I can't get
It's
super
a
chat,
race.
guys.
It's a race.
I
saw Pride at the bottom, and I have to do this in Pride voice. The Greek could have rugged NR.
He could have rugged it on, man. Or you know what? No, if it was Pride, we'd be going to a commercial right now.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I wish I had a commercial ready for you guys.
Spritz, guys, Spritz.
Spritz, man, that's freaking awesome, dude.
I added the card to my Apple Pay, and I'm like, I just can't get to the stage where I add the funds out of my wallet because I have that like degen mentality where I'm like, you mean I have to turn this into real money finally? Not my internet money?
I literally just did the same thing on my Ultimo card. So I transferred some crypto over there, and you have to pretty much turn it into funds and load your wallet. And I'm transferring the shit back out and put it into different shit.
Are you going in and out, in and out?
Yeah, man. I'm just like degen as hell.
That's how you know you've gone full degen when you're just like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like I've had, I see a bill that I could pay my cable bill, and I'm like, I got the crypto for it. Do I really want to use the crypto to pay my bill?
Do I really need cable? This is question.
I'm like, turn off the cable. Ma, cancel the cable.
I'll just hotspot from my iPhone, right? That's pretty funny.
I would have canceled the cable already, because if my internet's with it, and I have great internet, and I wouldn't be able to stream to all of you wonderful people.
There you go.
I had a situation where I had just bought a brand new truck, and I'm in Texas, guys. We own trucks out here. Woohoo, big! And I don't haul horses or cows, guys. I just like trucks, man. But somebody T-boned me. I probably had it 3 months, right? I'm like, so brand spanking new truck. Yeah, have insurance, Gap, and all. They were well under insured, so I had to use my Gap. Long with the short, there was a lot of stuff that happened with that, and I had the option of just paying. Let me just pay the joker off and get rid of it by selling some Bitcoin. Nah, I didn't sell my Bitcoin.
No, of course you didn't sell your Bitcoin.
Hell no, I didn't sell my Bitcoin. I'm glad I didn't, because this was in 2012, 2013.
So speaking of that, did any of you guys see the latest BitBoy where he was asking the AI, the Chat GPT, about where Bitcoin's going to go? Check it out, man. It's pretty. Obviously, it's only as smart as it's AI at this point. It's still kind of primitive. It's still learning, but it was pretty interesting to see some of the answers. I think you get a kick out of that, man.
Just tell me how much I'm making again. What was that? What?
It was all high, dude. It was 100K or more.
So I just got asked
the time frame. Yeah.
I just got asked a question on Discord from one of my Discord followers, and he was like, what do you use to off ramp your crypto? And so if I was chuckling here inside, because I was just, as I was saying, I can't seem to make it to the off ramp part.
Yeah.
So currently for me, it would be Spritz. I have that all set up, ready to go. I have my bank account. I have my bills all set up. I've just never paid with anything with crypto. I have
Well, we know you don't
crypto.com
pay your
set
cable
up.
bill.
I have Coinbase. So I have it all set up. I just never use it, So that's just funny. Steve Andos, can we trust vendors like Spritz and Ultimo? We give them a lot of financial info that they can use maliciously.
And my answer is more than I trust banks, because you got Wells Fargo opening up accounts under random people's names and shit like that. So I don't trust banks for shit.
You want to know what happened to me?
Point.
And I'll tell you how much I trust banks and how accurate they are. If one person went to the bank to close down their account, they transposed one of the numbers, the banker, when he typed it in. I went to go make a purchase and my card kept getting declined and I had funds in. I called the bank and they're like, what are you talking about? This card's been closed.
You closed it. Yeah.
So I had to go to the bank and I'm like, I never requested this closed. And they're like, well, I had to go through hoops and luckily they were able to turn it back on because I finally talked to the right person. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So just one mistake from them, ridiculous.
So somebody fat fingered the account number and your shit got closed. Wow.
Yep. And I'm like, luckily I had a bunch of cash on me and, I'm like, good thing. Because they couldn't even get the cash out of my account because it was closed. So it's locked and they send you a cashier's check in the mail. So they hadn't got to that point before I noticed it. So it's just crazy when you think of all this stuff. Banks are, even though I'm an investor in a bank, okay, I'm on my dad's.
I closed a business account probably 5 years ago. I'm still waiting on that check. I had a couple thousand and they're supposed to be sending me, they wouldn't let me withdraw it. They wouldn't let me withdraw it. Yeah, it was Capital One. And I'm, don't get me wrong. I want the money. I'm so busy, and I have one of my AP people account.
Yeah, I wish I was in a position to wear a couple thousand. Just I could just whatever.
Yeah, I need the money. I'm just saying.
I wish I knew what a couple thousand in my pocket looked like.
You asshole. No, but you know how it is.
Like a couple thousand.
Yeah, I mean, I just send it to Greek. He takes care of it for me. You know what? Let me take that. Let me go ahead and rephrase it. I wish I had a Greek in my life. I can just send them money.
Don't give NR a couple thousand. We just degen onto sports gambling plays and lose all our cash.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't get into that.
I've been doing hockey now, dude. I've been betting hockey.
I love hockey.
Right.
I love hockey.
God, you're
how you doing? How you doing on it? You doing good?
Yeah.
I'm up like 6 or 7 hundo.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, now you decide to win.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that something? I lost like 500 the other night, but now I'm up like 700. So
man, your swings are crazy.
Yeah.
Graham Watt says, what do you guys think would be a respectable amount to throw on sacrifice for Uxie? Now, this is a question that I can't give you the answer to. Whatever you feel comfortable putting in on Uxie, whatever you do your own research, whatever you predict Uxie's going to be, like how much money you think Uxie's going to come in, what the circulating supply is going to be. You have to do all these factors in your own head.
Sure.
But
so I was going to ask,
go ahead, any amount will earn you vol, and you're going to be gaining, even if it's a small amount. You start somewhere, and remember, compounding every day, small numbers turn into big numbers. So don't be there, I'm only earning $1 every day. Well, that's $1 you weren't earning before. And you still have the ability to sell and get out of that. It's not like you're locked in. So there is that advantage. And we always got to think about that. Compounding factors, little money turns into big money, especially if the blockchain is successful. Sure. So if you believe in the overall premise of everything, it makes sense to get in on the ground floor. Once again, you won't have this opportunity again. So you got to think of that also. Not saying that you have to get in because you won't have this opportunity again. You got to just take that as one of those things. Like opportunities come once in a lifetime, like Pancake Swap. We all wish we could get in on that ground floor. There's probably people who missed, having a chance.
I agree. Can you elaborate on what sacrifice means though? Because make sure you because this will come up again.
Yeah, and I saw a comment of somebody saying, I'm saying no more sacrifices, and I get it. People hate the word sacrifice. Sacrifice is not a guarantee, and it's used like that. I know Brian has said, you guys should be grateful, and, you're not owed anything.
He said some of that out of frustration.
It was frustration, but for real, when you sacrifice your money, you are basically putting full belief in what the team has to offer, and nothing's guaranteed. Doesn't mean that he may... Like, I anticipate these tokenomics may change again. I can't guarantee that. That's just because Brian always does that. He likes to give you one thing and improve on it. That doesn't mean it could end up happening where they realize, oh, something went wrong, because you come out with ideas. And then when you you know, you don't have time to work through the ideas 100%. Like this blockchain, everything's been thought of, and then they bring it to centralized exchanges like, oh, that can't be done. So they have to make a pivot. But they can't. What if they said, oh, but we promised all our people this thing, so we're not going to do it? The blockchain we would have gotten would have been way worse. So we got to look at that too. It's a sacrifice. Just know when you put in your money that you 100% are putting the faith in whatever product is delivered. It might not be the product that you invested in. There's a difference between an investment. If you come in day one, that's an investment. Sacrificing means I'm putting my belief in the blockchain. For me, I put my belief in the blockchain. I wasn't putting it in this what SafeWex was promised to be. I knew a blockchain was coming. I knew things could end up changing along the way. They always do. Luckily, we got blessed with a blockchain that's 1,000 and thousands, millions times better. We're talking millions of times better. So
I was going to ask you guys individually, you guys on the panel here, are you guys going to sacrifice and/or invest in UXI? And if so, how much are you guys going to put in?
Well, you guys heard what I said about it. I'm tapped out at the moment. That doesn't say I'm not. I ask me again as we get closer to mainnet.
Now, are you planning on, say, after maybe Vulcan launches, potentially putting some profits into it?
As I get, yeah. So let's say I decide to wait until the launch of the blockchain. Absolutely going to put some profit into UXI, guaranteed. As I'm saying it now, I promise you, I will be. I promise. You got me saying it. I will do that because if they launch this blockchain, UXI's happening. That's just the way it is. Right. So, but up until that point, right up to the finish line, ask me again then. But I want to just thank you, Greek, for that explanation on sacrifice. You did a damn good job. Yeah. Now no one can take anything out of context. Now they understand it's a belief in what's being and what the team is going to deliver, not delivered. So thank you for that. So I need to play this back over and over again if you have a question about sacrifice. So.
Yeah, it's tough because a lot of people are like, I wouldn't have invested had I known the vesting was coming. Well, then there you got the other half that would have been like, man, if I had known vesting was on the table, I might have thrown the house at this. And, you know, so there's always two sides to every story, but just know that when you throw your money in, it's a 45-day sacrifice. Now, if the blockchain's delayed, you could have your money tied up for long. So don't throw money in this if you're planning to need the money in a month. Okay. I just want people to know that. Don't be like, I have to get in because I have to get in. And then you realize, oh, I needed that money. Oh my gosh, I can't live without that money. That's a mistake. I don't want people making those decisions. Just know that there will be opportunities on the free market to buy in. It's not going anywhere. Like it's going to be there. Yeah, you might have to pay a higher price, but it's better to not to strap yourself financially for a sacrifice because there's no guarantees. That date is not set in stone. Now, if they said this is the date, we're coming out on that date no matter what, and you can plan your life around it, then that's a different story. But no one's ever said that. That's January 20th was thrown out, but that was more of, you know, that's a mistake that they made. And I'm sure they realize that now. But they need
thank you for admitting that was, and I agree with that. That was
the team will admit that too. They wish they would have never. They probably would have said Q1, which gives them 3 months.
Keep in mind too, guys. They're human at the end of the day as well. They make mistakes. Just I know people love to criticize and they love to hold people accountable. And you've got the Discord police. But at the end of the day, they're human as well. They make mistakes just like you and I.
Yeah, but to be fair to them, when they made that date, they didn't anticipate going to all these exchanges, going to all these people, and then having to rebrand to Vulcan.
Right.
When that happened, that put a tinker in the plans. Then you got to change all this coding, all this stuff. And then you're once you do that, when I saw that rebrand, I'm like, there's no way they can release
a whole lot of shit changed at that point.
A whole lot of,
everything changed.
And as for UXI, I'm going to be going in. Right now, I have that 1,200 BUSD that's just sitting, burning a hole in my pocket that I can't seem to get to the off ramp. It just never makes it there.
And we're going to put some team funds in.
I'll get it there. Just send it to
team
me.
Wallet funds.
Yeah, we got. So it's probably going to end up being close to about that we're throwing in, me and NR combined in our team wallet. So
that's nice, guys. Hey, Brooklyn and Poodles. You guys want to be on a team? I mean, sounds like it's a great, like it's fun.
Like the team.
Well, we take profits from the store.
So we didn't want to sit there and be like, how do we divvy profits up from the store? So we just move everything to a wallet. and then we make degen plays. And so far, we have made, other than the Super Bowl bet,
which that wasn't a good one.
We've made some good plays, and we've been able to lift it up to a pretty respectable amount.
Yeah, Brooklyn and Poodles, you notice how they both started answering at the same time? That's a team right there, guys. That's a team.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
There it is. No, I am team. So, Brooklyn, how about you, man? What are you doing with Uxie? Are you putting in? Are you holding off? Or what's that look like, man?
I plan on putting in maybe between 3 and 5K, and that's going to be it for me. I'm just going to ride the wave and see where it goes, man.
So are you going to sacrifice? 5K. Are you gonna sacrifice?
Yeah, I'll be sacrificing. I got some B&B hanging around, just floating around in the space, like on the cloud. It's there. I just have to.
You don't have any Seifu that you're sacrificing?
No. I actually I got out of Seifu completely. I don't hold no more Seifu, and I moved on from Seifu. Great project. I loved it. I made money off of it. Not a millionaire, but I definitely make money off of it. But
wait, can you repeat that?
I made money
for the fudders. You made money.
Okay. I made money off of sales.
Yeah, but he didn't make millions.
But I definitely made money.
Brian promised millionaires.
I just wanted the fudders, in case they're watching, to hear that somebody made money off it.
Yeah,
because according to them, everybody got scammed. We all lost money.
Well, I too have made money on Seifu. Whoa. I can't say that I haven't. Yep, I did. I made money on Seifu.
I'm appalled that you made money. I'm just
my story. See, I tell the fudders this all the time. They go, "Yeah, but look, you were." I go, "Yeah." At the time I sacrificed, I was even money on Seifu. I really was. But my story's not yet written yet because the Seifu bag has turned into Vulcan. So my story is still out there. It's not written in stone.
That is true.
You know? So for everybody who wants to FUD and say nobody made money, a lot of these people, if Vulcan makes it, then Seifu turned them into that.
Well, hold on. When, not if. When. Come on, you're offending me now, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
When that guy tells you you're being offended, shit's happening.
Okay. No, now you're giving protonomics.
I like to be calculated with my words because everybody will say they'll come back and get you. No, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
When we hit $1,000 Vulcan, I can say, look what Seifu gave me. This led to this.
It doesn't even have to be that.
No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
When Vulcan hits $30,
$30, I'm golden because the passive income, like I've done, I'll be earning 21% a month on my original bag. I'll be living better life than I am now.
Yeah, let's bring it down to reality for a little bit.
Yeah, I just want people to know. When you look at the numbers and you really start studying Vulcan and its mechanics and everything, you don't need protonomics to make it.
No, $30, man. Everyone's going to
will make you make it faster.
At $30,
you're going to make it at $30 or higher. And I anticipate we're going to be seeing a stable price above that level. Hopefully,
yeah,
that's the plan.
Absolutely.
Now, Rob S says, I'm buying Vol, but what got me thinking about Uxie is the total supply. I can't get past that. If I had more money, I'd definitely buy, but since I'm broke, I'm going with Vol plus 2.5%, and I'm good to go. Uxie, so they have 12,500 total supply. 6.25 of that is in the treasury mixed up with liquidity pool, so it's really not like it's counting as a circulating supply, but when you do the DERP payouts, it's not part of that. The real thing is how much money comes in. I'm anticipating we get 5 million. I've been saying this. I could be 100% wrong. Maybe we get more. Maybe I'm shocked. Maybe we get a lot more. Maybe outside investors look at this as an opportunity to get in. I don't know. But I think a lot of people have already put a lot of money, are going to throw in, and it's only going to be about 5 million. That would leave 1 million coins. That would give us, I think it would be pretty good. But once again, you guys got to do your own research and trust your own gut on what you think is going to come in. And obviously we won't know till we know. And that's part of the problem. And statements like these are tough. I don't want to call anybody who sells Uxie a fool because
he also called you pricks.
That one, if Uxie ever, if the chart ever goes down,
like what if it's like it's $60 and you bought in at $4.50, you're like, dude, I just made 10x on my money.
That one's going to come back to bite BL.
Some people may sell then and then be like, okay, I made 12x, and then they might throw into Vol. So there's a lot of opportunities here that like people are missing. Like if Uxie's run, but if it's paired with Vol, it's going to run. It should run together It all should help increase it.
The other thing,
buy the dips and sell high, man. The name of the game doesn't change no matter what blockchain you're on, what token you're in. Follow the charts, get to know Confirmant RM. You know, he's definitely a strong chart guy for this community. And you know, that mentality of hold forever, like, you guys really need to like readjust your thoughts on holding forever, because the name of the game is take profits. And if it's just taking your flex or just taking your power pool or just taking your rebases, that's taking profits. I'm all for that. I'm not saying, you know, dump your whole bag, you know, at any given moment, unless there was no vesting and the majority of the community was going to sell. And I'm only bringing that up because that was part of the case before. You know, I did come out and say, you know what? I think, you know, between speaking to an actual financial advisor, because you guys have to remember, none of us up here are financial advisors. I took some advice from a financial advisor. I let them see what was going on. I let them do a little bit of research for me, along with the research that I could give them. And they were like, yo, it's going to dump day one, you know, take some profits and buy back in. And that's exactly how I came out and told the community of people why I was doing what I was doing, because there was no security for us. People were itching to get their money because of, you know, the situation they were in. We were put in a position where we more than 3x'd our money. We wanted to take our initial investment out at a minimum. So taking profits is what the game is about. Holding forever is not. Accumulating tokens on dips is very intelligent thing to do.
Did you guys see Prado's 21-day rebasing thing?
Yeah.
So I know people are going to be like, Prado said it can't be true. It's 100% true. Every 21 days, you earn 2.5% rebasing. So if you sell 2.5% of your bag on day 21, you are never going to, technically, you sell that 2.5%, you're at your full 100% bag that you started with. You've never even left your original bag. And if you do that every 21 days, selling 2.5%.
And the point is, basically, you're taking profit.
Times. Right. You can do it 17 times throughout the year. I think it's 17.6 times throughout the year. Every 21 days you sell, and you'll never lose a single token. That's not counting the flex. You'll actually be up tokens from the start of the year. And I factor for my bag size at different various price points. And I must say, doing this at a price of like $50 earns me about 50 grand for the year. And that's just not even dipping into my bag at all. I still would have my original bag there for me, and I'm just using the passive income play. So that's where the power of passive income is here. That's just one thing. You don't have to sell that. Some people may say, no, I'm not selling those rebases every 21 days. That's a great plan, but maybe I want to sell the weekend flex and my power pool every month. Just all the weekend flexes and the power pool. You can come up with whatever strategy you want. It's all going to be healthy. Just make sure you have a plan that you're taking out money along the way, so you don't have to worry about this hold mentality. Nobody makes money holding ever. Right. No one.
Yeah. Well, you did that goes to what? Go ahead.
Yeah. You did when crypto first came on the scene, because you got in at Bitcoin and Ethereum at super low prices, and you know, then all this money started coming into crypto. So holding was good then. So, but you know, after so many cycles, that's just not a thing anymore.
Yeah, if you're going to hold Bitcoin for 5 years, you're going to win.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to win. There's ways with every kind of token, whether you're going to hold long term or short term. And my whole mindset has changed since this vesting has came upon us, that I think it's smarter now to hold for a little bit and grow your bags, especially for smaller bag holders. It is very smart to grow your bag in the very beginning of the launch of our blockchain, to accumulate as much as you can before the end of the vesting period, because that's when you're going to want to start taking some profits. If you could accumulate a lot of vol those first 6-7 months, it's in the best interest of your pockets to accumulate, if you're a smaller bag, as much vol as you can. And you'll do that by not selling anything. And that's just, you know, that's mathematics. If you're growing your bag with all of the ways that we have opportunities to grow our bag in the short term, holding with Vulcan is a very intelligent thing to do. Now that it's changed with the vesting. So,
and what's great about this blockchain
outlook on it.
Yeah, there's so many different strategies. Like I just said, like if you're a node holder, you can have different strategies. First, we got to see what those node payouts are like. There's so many different strategies to make money without having to sell the whole bag. It gives you a lot of possibilities for everybody on this blockchain. And
it's all different for everybody.
What I would
nobody has the same strategy. You have to come up with your own strategic plan for your bag size.
That 21 day is Prado he isn't telling you that's the absolute plan everyone should take. He's giving one of probably 100 or 1,000 different strategies, as Poodles just said. It's different for everybody. So I like where this is going because, just last week it was like, oh, we're dumping our bags and now we got vesting. And Poodles, I really appreciate you, man, because you're being 100% honest about everything, right? And we already know what you meant. We know your heart, bro.
Like
we know your heart, bro. We know your heart, man. And I like how now, okay, we're offering up just not as advice, but just that there are other options out there. Whatever works for you. So I like what I'm hearing. Whatever works for you. And everybody up here is saying take profit. Just take profit
smartly.
Smartly, right, with some sort of strategy. And that's exactly what Greek just said. That he's saying sell your bag in 21 days. I hear it as take profit every 21 days.
That's what it is. Not so. Yeah.
Take profit every 21 days. And as and you're pretty much back where you started.
I will say this.
I like it.
If within a year you can get back your original bag, whatever you started day one of mainnet with, and you can get that in your bank, and you have that to, and now you're like, I'm free rolling. You're going to be having tons of fun for the life of this blockchain. That's a good spot to be in. That's what I hope to be sitting back and be like, okay, let's have some fun now. Then you can formulate different plans, but always try and free roll. I've done it one time in crypto history, and it was with SafeMoon, and thank God.
Yeah, I think
it was. To be fair, I invested in SafeMoon. I was a day 3 investor. I invested because I liked the name. I wasn't too big on crypto. SafeMoon got me into the crypto space. It pumped. I got super excited. So what did I do? Like everybody at that time. Well, I got to sell. Then it pumped some more, but I was already I 3x.
Got your initial out.
So I was 3x'd. I kept my whatever I put in initially, that dollar value, and I just rolled that up. So when everybody was complaining all the time when it was down 90%, I was sitting back. I'm like, if it turns out, it turns out.
Yeah, you're playing with house money. All of the people who have already sacrificed for Vulcan, you're in a win-win situation. 100%. Anyone who got the sacrifice from Seifu to Seifu X at the time, and now it's transitioned into Vulcan, you're winners. There are no losers that sacrificed for Vulcan, and it doesn't matter if we launch in May, if we launch in June or July. Nobody should be upset about any of this. Yeah, it's disgruntling that there's changes, but know this: you will have your money back, you will be in profits, and you are for sure going to be a successful holder of Vulcan in the long term. You've got an advantage, a hard advantage on everybody else that's coming into this blockchain.
Yep, I agree, man. 100%.
Well said, brother. Well said.
So
100%.
So Poodles, what are you doing with Uxie? Are you putting in on Uxie or?
I definitely am interested in it. Just to be transparent, I'm 100% out of Seifu now. I was,
congrats on that, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good move, man.
Yeah, I'm out. I got out of Seifu, not because I don't love Seifu. I love Seifu, man. It's just there's a lot of confusion going on with Seifu. There's a lot of turmoil in the Discord. People are fudding that don't hold Seifu in there, and they're letting it bleed out slowly. I'm broke even from what I put in after the liquidity was taken out. I jumped back in at 4 cents, at 7 cents, at 11 cents, at 17 cents. I watched my bag go to 10 grand and held, but I was at the point where if I didn't get out now, I would be at a loss, and I don't want to take any losses. So I wanted to get out and break even, and that's without thinking about the possibility of where the price was going to be for the sacrifice. Now that I'm out at even, give or take a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And when they have the sacrifice for Uxie, you know, it's going to be on, you know how we are. What's the feeling? What are we doing? How's it going?
There you go about feelings again, bro. I got you. I'm just messing with you.
You know,
no, like, I'm happy to hear that you broke even, man. And you know what? Everybody listening to this, Poodles, I know he talks, he's a hype guy not because he's hyping a project, because that's just who his personality is.
Personality,
yeah, man. So, and that's what I love about him. And when it got down to the dollar, he took the emotions out and said, "Am I in or out of profit? Right. I'm making a move."
Yeah, what's the smart thing to do? I hit up NR, I hit up Greek. I was like, "Yo, guys, what do I do?" And they're like, "Yo, just make the best decision."
Poodles hits me up and he goes, "What should I do?" And I'm like, "I'm on the council. I can't advise you on that."
Yeah, you can't talk.
All right, I'll go somebody else.
And NR's like, "Yo, just make the best decision for whatever you think,
And I told you what I would do,
Yeah, and what it came down to was, I don't want to be in a loss. No one wants to be in a loss. And if you could prevent yourself from being in a loss, do that. Prevent yourself from being in a loss. Yeah. If you're already in a loss, though, you have to sometimes ride out that train and then make the best option to be successful with that loss in the future. And I was close to that point. It was either break even or, start becoming in a lost position. And the best option in that lost position, in my opinion, is to sacrifice for Uxie to not take the extra loss of the taxes.
Right.
So I was not wanting to deal with any more of that anymore. So now I have the ability to take my even out and throw it into Uxie, and
you can take half of that and put it in Uxie if you want, or a quarter, or whatever you feel like it. Yeah.
Even if you said, "Hey, man, I'm up 25%. I took some profit." I'm like, "Damn straight you did." I mean, that's what it was all about, And
yeah, but I could have got out. What was it, a week ago when it was at 15 cents, 17 cents? When I just wanted to see what was going, because I wasn't in a loss yet, or even close to breaking even. You were paying
attention to the Discord. You're in the community. You're sitting there touching base with people that are in the community. And that's what a smart investor does. They don't you got out of your feelings, right? And I mess with you on that.
Yeah,
but ultimately you reached out, and that's the whole point of all this, guys, is we can't tell you what to do, but we're telling you what we would do. And I do the exact same thing, Poodles. I'm reaching out to friends. Hey man, what would you do if you were me? I'm not looking for you to tell me what to do, but I just want to see if we're in the same mindset here.
Sometimes it takes another set of eyeballs, man.
That's
what perspective.
So good on you, man. Good on you. I want to put this comment up here. This is pretty funny. Yeah. Poodles is hype like Daniel. Yeah, but the difference between, I like to see it like Poodles is hype on two wheels. Daniel is in a minivan. And I'm just going to leave it there, guys.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
You guys see this, Daniel?
So true.
Like, what's wrong with minivans?
True, Biz wants me to give the numbers on full note on 21 days profit taking. So it works out no matter what your bag size is. Every 21 days, you earn 2.5% of your bag through rebasing. You're at 3.6% a month. So that's just how it is. Regardless of whether it's in a full node, light node, it works out the same for the numbers. Obviously, the numbers are going to be different depending on your bag size, but it works out to the same exact thing. So just wanted to clear that up. And everybody, has a lot of strategies. Crazy Diamond says, personally, I'd prefer the vesting to be 2 years. I would expect that time to be past the start of the bull market, making vol more stable when others dump. 2 years is a long time.
Yeah,
that is.
I think we're perfect right where we're at.
Now, would that change my plans? Probably not, but that would anger a lot of people. And if you go up to 2 years now after being 5 months, then going to a year, you already shocked the people. I think people are over the vesting now. They're all talking.
Yeah, I mean, he said this is the final. It's not getting changed anymore.
Yeah, so it's good.
We've got our hearts on it, our mindset on it.
The community got over the vesting, and his plan worked. he wanted me and Prado to go live the other day and just talk about all the stuff. And then he used our live to just perfectly saying, that's it. No more sacrifices. Like,
yeah.
And I kind of like sensed that's what he was doing, but then he just confirmed it when he did it. And I'm like, he got us all.
And then threw us a curveball with the should we launch on BNB to get our minds off of that? Hey, let's make them look over here for a second. Don't forget about that.
Great point. And Prado's like, we needed somebody against us.
Remember Poodles? I was like, hold on.
Poodles would be there to go up there. And
I'm like, dude, you make some pretty damn good points. What the hell's going on here, man? I was trying to follow what the hell's going on. I was like,
because I'll call it. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And if I'm wrong, I apologize.
That's why you're here, brother, to call it when it is, man. Hey, pull up that comment real quick there. And sorry, I didn't mean to. I pulled it up, but I meant to mention it. But they said it was just there. Oh, here it is. Ronman. Looks like the delay on launch to Q3. Greek, didn't you just read something?
Yeah.
That's still Q2, brother.
Yep.
And no, what was great about that was
May 30th to June 7th. Now, I don't want to make any judgments. They're saying Q2, and this is actually, even if they miss June 7th, they can still hit Q2. So,
yes,
I would not assume Q3 until we hear
July.
Right.
July
1st is Q3.
You hear July 1st, we're in Q3. So just keep that in mind. I hear what you're saying, but you know,
I know some people, they see this and they go, okay, they're just saying that to make me feel better. And guess what? If you want to believe it's Q3 and then it comes out earlier and you're going to be extra happy, do that, because I'm always about mindset.
I think that's what Pride's doing. Honestly, I think that's Pride's motive.
Yeah, Pride's saying like February, Valentine's Day launch, you know, so whatever he's saying.
2025, the Bitcoin halving, it'll launch.
Pride's like, it will come next March. So if it releases like in 3 weeks, it'll be like, yay!
Right.
Pride's like next Easter, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like
he just wants to be surprised, you know.
I feel like I wrote it until the wheels fell off. You know, I wanted to stick around as long as possible. You know, I believe I wrote it until, you know, I think it's rolling on brake pads right now.
What are we talking about? Seifu?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
it's about Vulcan. What are you talking about, man?
No. I wrote it until the wheels fell off.
I was like, I'm like, what did he ride? The vesting thing? I'm like,
no,
in my head right now. I'm like,
and you know, I'm proud that I stuck around and believed in it as long as I did, and I still believe that the team is going to create something useful for it. I don't doubt that whatsoever. But for me, it was my time to, you know, make a mathematical decision, and I did that.
And like as I far always as say, respect, man. If you can go to bed at night and be happy with the decision,
exactly. I didn't want to go to bed and have
because regret sucks.
Yeah, I don't want that. And the good thing that came about me being so boisterous about the things that we were all chatting about the other week is like I got a lot of subscribers. my subscriber count went up like
people want to hear what you have to say, man.
In the last 2 weeks, I got more subscribers than I have in the last 6 months. You know,
with much power comes much responsibility, man. And I can see. With that being said, Poodles, and you being up here, man, you know, with the influx of subscribers. Knowing that, right? And then you're telling me that it's cool to see you up here now. You're speaking to your subscribers now, saying now when it comes down to actually doing the swap, I'm doing the math. What's best for me?
Yeah, I'm doing.
That's it, man.
Came down to math on this one.
There it is, bro. And that's all I could ever ask from you, man. Because I mean, I've been following you since the beginning. You say Seifu, the wheels fell off, but you know when I got into Seifu, I remember Poodles. You know what I mean? So. You were my hype guy, dude. My hype guy on 2 wheels. So
I didn't mean to say that. I know some people are gonna take that the wrong way.
I know. I don't take it the wrong way.
They're going through a traumatic period right now. You know,
and you didn't want to hang around for it. We get it.
Yeah, and a lot of the true believers of Seifu are you know they're waiting for the next step and ready to buy back in if that's their choice. We still, you know, all love it. It's not like we don't love it or that we hate it in any way. It's just it was time to make a mathematical decision.
Yeah, you did what was right for you and yours, man. So that's all that.
Everyone's situation is different.
Correct. Yeah, but I have no doubt with Greek and the council. I'm I'm confident they'll
of course,
bring it back
100%.
to life, and you know, it'll live on and, you know, be prosperous.
Well, it's not going anywhere for another.
And like
13,
always,
14
I
years.
can't say or speak on the matter. We are working through things. Obviously, plans have been all.
Okay, he's saying way too much, guys. I had to stop him right there.
Who gave you control?
You did, man.
You made him part of the team there, brother. You made him part of the team.
My bad. I had to. You got to give me at least one.
That was good.
That was good.
That was
for
epic.
you. For you, that was good.
We can't have you exposing too much. There.
Teddy wants that is so close that we need to start thinking about taxes.
That was
talking about taxes now.
Yeah.
What percentage to save from profits? How can we reduce taxes or completely avoid them legally?
So we're talking like IRS taxes, not 5% transfer taxes.
The way you avoid the IRS is you pay your taxes.
So unfortunately, there is no way to avoid taxes. You cannot avoid paying taxes altogether. It's just not a.
There's ways to limit
get as many tax deductions as you possibly can.
You can lessen the burden, but there's no way you can get out of paying taxes other than to become a citizen somewhere.
If you start making tons of money in Vulcan, when you start, not if, when you start making tons of money, go see your CPA and ask him what things you can do to lessen your tax burn. There's things out there for you to do, and you guys can work out a plan. Now, some of this will involve
starting
LLCs, trusts that pay you a certain percentage over time.
Trusts are a good one. Now, one tool that I'm using is the Ultimo offshore account. In the United States, if you keep 10,000 or less in the account and at any time, you do not have to report that to the IRS. It is not necessary.
I strongly believe in starting an LLC. It could be for anything. It could be a baking LLC, a car washing LLC, a lawn mowing LLC,
a hype guy LLC.
I don't know if there is one for that, but you could start an LLC literally for anything.
Dude, you can be a consultant at that point.
Yeah. And once you have that LLC, the benefits that you have are tremendous. I've only owned New York Poodles now for coming up on my second year of owning the company. And since I have this company, talking to my tax guy, there is a plethora of things that I could write off my food. I could write off my gas. I could write off my car payment. There's so much tax deductible things once you have an LLC. And
now the key is having his accountant take care of that.
Yeah, of course.
So and not financial advice, but before you start an LLC, go talk to your tax professional and see whether an S corp makes more sense for your situation or an LLC, or what type of structure makes the most sense for your situation. Because an LLC might not make sense for you, again, depending upon your situation.
Yeah. It might be a corp. An
S corp might make
S corp or
I asked Papa Greek all this stuff, and he says we'll cross that bridge when it comes. He wants to see the money coming in before he's like, let's not do all this stuff when you're not
even if you weren't in crypto though. This is life advice, not even crypto advice, man.
Because there's times, and you know, hopefully the IRS isn't watching this video, but there's times where I've bought things for my house that just became business expenses. You know, I mean, it just happens.
Because you could, it's not even
everything
like
I buy is a YouTube expense
about it, because you know your laundry machine is to wash your clothes that you wear that are for your business. So you as long as it can be incorporated with whatever it is that your business is, it's a write-off. And
some of the laws, and remember, these tax laws were written for the wealthy, so they're kind of loose in interpretation, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
they're very loose. I learned that
they're like a busy prostitute, super loose.
Yeah, because now I got the YouTube revenue, so I had to kind of lessen that.
Keep your receipts for everything. Keep your receipts every single time you go to the grocery store, every time you put gas in your car, every time that.
And if you can't use it, great.
They say, do you want a receipt?
Yeah.
Take the receipt.
I deducted a T-shirt that I bought at Walmart because I wore it once on a live, so I could claim It was a business.
The other thing that I would recommend too is get some
That's
software.
That's
Get some software that tracks your crypto buys and sells.
You want to know how to avoid taxes
going to be
completely?
important.
Here's how you do it. You become a degen like the Greek and Slumdog Millionaire. You keep the money in the system away from a centralized exchange. Nobody will know where it's at, and you avoid taxes completely. But you become a degen. You have all that risk of never.
Yeah, but Greek,
you just told us you off ramp and you take profits.
Yeah,
Greek, you just told us that you bought a shirt at Walmart, wore it on a live, deducted it, and then returned the shirt. That's jacked up, bro.
I didn't return the shirt. No. I'm just saying, I asked my dad if that could technically be deducted since I wore it on a live.
Oh, because I was going to say, because everybody returns shit at Walmart.
And he kept the receipt.
I deducted a dinner because I did a short video while I was at that dinner, so I could claim that was
okay, man.
Is your YouTube channel an LLC?
No.
But you could run it through an LLC. You could certainly run it through an LLC, deduct your internet. You can deduct your webcam. You can deduct your computer, your microphone, everything, man. Your StreamYard subscription, everything, dude.
StreamYard. Yeah, I have all those monthly. Yeah, everything, because technically I'm paying for that. So that's an expense of what's earning me the money. So
here's a question. Oh, do you want to bring that one up? Or is that one already there?
What you can bring? What?
Chad Hammer says, what does an LLC do for crypto gains again? For gains. So you still have to consider a capital gain. Anything that's considered an income, that would be capital gains, or if you have some sort of passive income, let's say with the vol, you're claiming every day. Let's say you're claiming every month and you're making $1,000 a month. On top of whatever you're making. Let's say you have a daytime job. Now you're adding an extra $1,000 a month to your bank account because you're off ramping it, right? I'm not talking about you're just claiming it. You're selling it BNB. You're taking it to crypto.com, converting it to USD or USDC, whatever, in TT, dropping it into your bank account. That will be noticed. All right. So at the end of the year, you've got, let's say, $20,000 extra in your bank account. The banks will be notifying the IRS. I guarantee you that. So you just have to show, where that money came from. So the LLC would be like, well, it's a business. I run a business, whatever business you're going to call it, and you're just going to have to talk to your tax advisors on what the best plan for you is. That's all I can say. I can't tell you what deductions to take. That's all dependent on what business you're running. But that's why an LLC is basically a tax shelter. Is all it is. It's a tax shelter.
It opens up the door to be able to write things off that you use for said LLC.
Like you get a tax ID the minute you open an LLC. They give you a whole new tax ID.
Right. You're basically your LLC is a person separate from you. It is basically it's another individual. And again, it takes any liability off of you as well if you're ever sued. Or if somebody sues the corporation, they can't get your personal assets
because apparently, according to all those in some discords that
I was just getting ready to say that, brother.
According to them, I will be sued.
Right.
I'm
shilling Vulcan.
The government is coming after my ass because I say, hey, you should.
But this is all information, education, and entertainment. That's all this is.
Yeah, but according to them, I'm
according to this specific Discord that we.
Moral of the story. Pay your taxes, but also talk to a tax professional. Find ways around it
to get write-offs.
Yeah.
Now I will say this, and I will say this about the Ultimo one more time, and I love that. Like so far, it's been great for me. So when you get to the end of the Ultimo and you move your money, it actually goes through a mixer. It actually goes through a mixer. And if you guys are familiar with what that is, you know what I'm talking about. So it makes your crypto very hard to be traced. And then once you convert it at that point through that mixer, it's damn near impossible for them to put that money on you, if that makes sense.
So, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and if you want more information, you can DM me and I'll kind of explain what I mean by all that. But it almost basically, once you get to the end, it kind of just stays there, even though you off ramp it, which
living 10K at a time.
It doesn't trigger a taxable event. Let's put it that way.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ari, my dad is a CPA, but he will bore the crap out of you if you were to come on YouTube.
He said his dad, your dad's a CPA?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. You've got it made.
He will bore the hell out of you. And it's just...
Wait. You're telling me your dad has no enthusiasm whatsoever I find that hard to believe.
Me too. Like, I bet his dad is awesome.
He's good, but like he loves like the CPA stuff. So like he would bore you in all that stuff because like what he thinks is interesting, we'd be like, "How does this affect me?" And you'd be like, "Okay, just tell me what I need to hear." And he'd be all, but he's not as outgoing like the camera stuff like this. It's
you need to bring him on.
He can't sit still for more than 40 minutes at a time.
You need to bring him on. He needs to come on.
I have asked him
and just talk CPA stuff that he enjoys talking about.
So I might be able to get a CPA on to maybe for a Q&A or maybe even something
that would
short.
be cool.
Let me see, because I got a couple guys that I know that are CPAs.
Make it happen
in the crypto space as well. So yeah, let me see what I can throw together. In fact, I think I talked about that once before.
But I still want Greekstad to come on. I would love to see him and hear him and just
he's got more hair than me right now.
In my opinion, come on, we got Greekstad in the stream. Are you kidding me? Let's motherflipping go.
Yeah. And I think Chris Cruz is on to something there as well. I personally would only use a trust for crypto. And that is something else if you own a node or you've got a large bag and you plan on doing the passive income from Vulcan, definitely look into opening up a trust. You've got revocable, irrevocable. There's so many different trusts out there to find
I have
the
a charitable
one that's
trust
right.
fund is what I have. Right?
Charitable is another good one. Yep.
Yeah.
And one thing,
a charitable annuity. I have a couple of, I have this certain, I learned it from a guy from a CPA that's actually on the internet, on the YouTube. DM me and I'll send you his link. But he talked about a certain type of, he basically sent me the blueprint of what the very wealthy do, the billionaires, and how they do not pay taxes that everybody gets pissed off about. Well, this is what they use. These are the laws that are in place. Not breaking the law. I'm using the same system they're using.
Sure.
The same tools available.
Did you guys see that debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton? Which one?
I'm going to
tell you right now which one. Where Hillary Clinton was telling Donald Trump
I saw
paying
that
taxes, and then he came right back at her.
I just used the laws that you wrote for people like me.
Exactly. Yeah. I just used the laws that you wrote for you and all the people that support you. And he went down the list of all.
And that's when I said to myself,
the most epic debate between those two I've ever seen.
Hell yeah, dude. That was awesome. That was awesome. I like the part where he says, because if I were president, you'd be in jail. I've yet to see that, but whatever, whatever.
That was good though, Poodle.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Good TV, man. Good TV. I love that shit. Yeah,
that is the one thing I miss about Trump being president was the entertainment value, man.
He's coming back, man. He's coming back.
We'll see, man.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into politics. So,
yeah, no.
Not on the Greeks channel. This
we already talked about this in our.
I know.
We're gonna respect the Greek.
Yeah.
I just messaged you, bro.
But you guys know how I feel about politics. So.
Yeah, I know, bro. This is all about crypto, guys, and I love crypto. So,
one thing about taxes, when you're setting up all this stuff, you don't have to be like, I have to get it done before Vulcan comes out. No, you can actually talk to a tax professional once you start seeing the gains on paper and be like, how can I do this? It's never too late to set up things. So just know that. That's why my dad's like, he wants to see this stuff.
I made Mason Cohen fall off the treadmill.
Yeah.
You okay?
You heard it, man. Look, making me fall off this damn treadmill pool.
Why is that? What happened? What'd you say?
I don't know.
I think he's like, we gotta get Greek Dad, and he went all hype man on Greek Dad. And
to me, that's exciting, man. We're all like a tight-knit family community over here. We love each other. We hate each other. We love each other, and we hate each other again. It's, this community is epic. Oh, yeah, Where else are you going to find this?
The end comes right as I'm thinking of like, let's go last.
Let's end it. And here comes Leon.
I had to.
Without fail.
He's like, I got to get my live cred in.
I got to give a shout out to Chris Cruz.
He's going to go for like 4 or 5 hours or something.
No, I can't go 4 or 5 hours today. I don't have it in me.
Chris,
that's what Barry said. He doesn't have it in him.
No, Barry would say, actually, it's in you right now. You just don't. Right. That's what Barry would say. No, but Chris Cruz, yes, brother. We're gonna definitely NR and I are gonna do a live here probably the next day or so. I would imagine we'll be announcing it soon, and we'll be talking everything crypto as well, but everything. We're bringing a bucket. So whatever you want to talk about, bring it, and we'll throw it in the
it'll
bucket.
be on his channel, not mine. No,
because I have nothing to
This is
lose.
the live
Guys,
they've been talking about for the last 5 weeks that they're about ready to release.
Well, we're just well. He takes 9 vacations a year, Greek. So he's done with it for a while. I got him for a week. I got him for a week.
Every Thursday, I'm like, it's time for a business meeting, and he's like, I'm on vacation, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be out for 8 days, but there's only 7 days in a week. Yeah, but I'm retired. You know how it goes, bro. Along with the short, Chris. Well, hopefully, I hope to see you there, buddy. We'll definitely do it, man. I'll shoot you a DM. You'll definitely be one of the first to know about it. So,
yeah, man.
So, what up, Leo?
Leon, give us your thoughts about everything.
What are you doing, man?
Man, nothing, man. I just got off of work, man. I've been working OT, just doing my thing, but just listening to you guys live and talk and stuff. That was it. I kind of missed a lot.
Well, we had a question, kind of the question. Everyone's pretty much answered it. So, are you going to be doing anything relative to the Uxie sacrifice? What are your thoughts on that, first of all? And are you doing anything moving forward? Go ahead.
With Uxie, I'm not, to be honest, I'm not going to do too much with Uxie. My main concern right now is Vulcan, and to make sure that it's properly being launched because I was watching the Greeks show about May 30th and the announcements and everything. So I'm just going to weigh out the whole options and see how it launches, and hopefully it launches smoothly. And then from there, we'll just see how I go with Uxie. But right now, my main focus is on Vulcan and making sure that they're doing it accordingly to the community, to the investors, to everyone who's involved in it, to make sure that it's going to run smoothly. So I'm not too involved with Uxie. As much as it sounds promising and I love to hear it, I'm just focused because my main bag is there on Vulcan. So I can't say I'm gonna jump into Uxie until I know how Vulcan goes. Once I know how Vulcan goes, then I'll get into Uxie and see how that plays out as well. But right now, I'm just more focused on Vulcan.
That's pretty much what I said, man. So I appreciate the honesty. Yeah,
you have a plan.
You have a plan, man. So I'm at the finish line as we get closer to the launch of Vulcan. I'll ask me again then what I'm going to do. But let's say if I had to simplify it, launch Vulcan. I'm going to take some profit, right, as Poodle suggests, and I'm going to throw something at Uxie. That's my goal. That's part of my strategy. So I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because Uxie's got some passive income coming into play. So once I see how Vulcan plays out, then just like you, Kryptonia, I'm just gonna throw some down the line and see where it goes from there. Yep. And hey, BL and the team's doing what they got to do, so I'm just gonna wait for that. And now since they put how Greek was saying, since they put a date on the end of May 30th to June 7th.
A guesstimational date.
They got to
not get everyone,
now, so I'm just
makes it interesting for them.
Exactly.
Because, everybody's going to hold them to it, and you got the people on the outside going, I hope he misses.
Yeah, but I'm glad that they kind of set that goal. You know what I mean? I'm glad they put a target there.
At this point, it's 61 days away.
Yeah.
If it's a reasonable target. It's not crazy. Of course, things can always come up. I just want that to be said because I don't want people thinking that it can't happen. It obviously could still be Q3. Pride could ultimately be right, but I hope to God he's wrong. Okay, but
I do have to say, even though I know they want to be on Q2, it's better safe to make sure the whole mainnet and stuff is being really sounded before they launch it. So even if they have to push it back to Q3, I'm okay with that as well. But, as long as they know that everything's legit, the coding's right, the hacking's proofed or whatever, file proof, whatever, then I'm fine with them, longing the process of opening the mainnet or the blockchain, So I'm cool with that. But if they already know, hey, this is when we're going to launch about this time frame, then I'm cool. I trust them in what they're doing and how they're going about it with the whole team and making sure that it's running smoothly with the rebase, because the rebase is the hardest part to put in other, decks and everything to make sure that they're running it accordingly to how Vulcan's going to run it. And so man, I'm cool with that, man. Even if they have to go to July, I'm fine with that too, because at least I know as an investor, for me, just my opinion, that they're doing it the right way. Like if they have to prolong it a little bit to make sure that everything runs smoothly, that my bag is not going to get hacked or stolen from anyone, and that once we launch is good, then I'm good with them prolonging it a little bit longer, you know? So I'm good with that.
So somebody said, new post in Discord, Uxie starts off an extremely low and attractive market cap between 30 and 60 million, only a lot more room for immediate growth first of all, which starts at a 7 to 11 higher market cap. I can't find this on the Discord, but it is true. It's going to start off at a low because it's got a way lower supply. Right. But like I said, market cap is just a figure on what the price is. So a lot of people like to say, oh, can't do things because of market cap. I don't want that thrown out there because that's not always the case, especially when you have high sentiment levels and you have something just starting off and you can't sell. Sell pressure is more important than what the market cap is because that market cap can fly. We could end up being a top 10 in market cap early on just because of, until things stabilize, just because of the low liquidity and no sell pressure. So I just want that to be known, which will be extra good because then we'll be up on the big boards and people will see us and go, what's this? Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Leanne, you have a fan. Ashley, you ran him. Agrees with everything you said.
This guy shows up with a wife beater for freaking some freaking.
Hey, bro,
he's got a fan.
I just want to take off my clothes and
all right, bro.
And just
shows in with a little freaking goatee. Okay, it's all good, bro. It's all good. I've been talking all night. I ain't got no fan. I'm just joking, bro. I'm just joking. Nah, I agree with you 100%, bro. 100%.
Yep.
100.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just like the normal investors. I gotta play it safe, man. Just want to make sure that everything's running accordingly before I start jumping into another project, because I can't just jump into another project without knowing that my first project is steadily making some sort of income for me, I mean,
there you go, Greek. It's pinned message from BL in the Discord, apparently.
Let's read.
Yeah. And I see Uxie as the team's long-term
Is it in
play.
The Uxie chat? That's right.
That's
I see Uxie as their long-term play, and plus it's a tool added to the ecosystem to help Vol.
Yeah.
So it's both of those things. So
I'm all in on Uxie. I just the capital for me to throw at it. I just.
Well, I think that's
fence,
not only that. I think people are on the fence just because we've been through a few sacrifices. You've been through the Bitcoin sacrifice, the Ethereum sacrifice, the Seifu sacrifice to start with. People turned down the BNB sacrifice, and it's like I think people just want to see the blockchain launch, and then they'll take some of those profits. Then they'll make decisions at that point. But it's like one thing at a time. It's like you said, man. I'm sacrificed out. I don't know if it was you or
Brian
Poodles,
just said.
But
It's programmed to rise / appreciate a lot quicker than Vol. That's the point. Missing out on Uxie, I think you'll slap yourself down the road. I hope that's the case because
I hope so too.
And keep in mind when the man says you're a fool if you sell it, he's people take that literally.
Yeah,
they do. Yeah. When Brian says some shit like that, they'll screenshot and show
it.
They'll show it 6 months from now and say, he said we're all dumbasses, but look at the price.
And once again,
I mean,
put the tokenomics in place for it to happen, but the free market will always control the price in the end. But yeah, it's certainly a great opportunity. And obviously, where's Brian coming at this from? He's a big believer in the blockchain. Obviously, he's creating the blockchain. He wants a blockchain to be successful. If the blockchain's successful, Uxie's going to be successful. Right. So if you have big beliefs in the blockchain, you're in this whole ecosystem. Uxie's more of your long-term play, but if the price appreciation is great with the new burning mechanisms on it, it can be very great. I need to see how much is sacrificed. If I'm correct thinking of what gets sacrificed, price appreciation is exactly like you said.
But and I'm going to speak to the community because that was a bunch of nerd talk. So what I get from as a small business owner is if I were to come out and say, like Inar can relate to this, and anyone that has a small business, man, I got this great idea. They would be fools not to take this product I'm about to come out with. I got this amazing idea. It's a hair on fire solution. We're going to change the world in our, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to be all hyped. I believe that's where Brian's coming from. He sees this vision, right? He's just an entrepreneur, man. You can't help it. If you're not an entrepreneur, you have no idea exactly how this man thinks. I'm sorry. You don't. You either have it or you don't. So he just sees it. and he wants everybody to see it. If you catch the vision, good. If not, that's what he's saying. You know, that's that's where he's coming from.
Right.
I can relate to that because I will say this. You know, I've had, I wouldn't say hundreds, but I've had a ton of amazing ideas that I was like, it'd make no sense why these customers wouldn't subscribe to my services, you know, and they didn't. And I was like, well, shit, maybe it wasn't a good idea. However, I believed it was the best idea in the world. So I pushed it. Right. So that's where Brian's coming from.
Do you know what I like the best is not only is he saying this stuff, but he's going to be putting pen to paper and going out there advertising to try and make it a reality. That's the most important part. A lot of people say, oh, my idea is great. Your idea is great to you, but if you don't tell anybody out there, nobody knows about your idea, it's garbage. People can diss him for going out there and saying this is his ideas, but guess what? He's going out there and saying this is his ideas, and he's spreading it to the masses, and he's not afraid to tell people what it is.
An idea without a business plan is just a dream.
That's true.
All right. It's just an idea. It's just a thought. So you're right, Greek. Putting it pen to paper on purpose is the way to bring it. Is the way for people to read it and catch the vision.
Guys, we got to hold. We got to hold here. We have another profiter of Seifu.
Wow.
I made 160
Truth
grand.
be told,
profit
man,
on
they don't understand. There was a lot of people that made money with Seifu, man. Like
that's insane.
It's undeniable.
You're not in the discussions we're in. Okay?
Kryptonian. Screenshot. Screenshot.
Let me screenshot this. Hold on, man. Well, you know they did already because you know what they're doing right now. They're going to go out. Who is this guy? He's fake.
He's fake.
Wallet.
It's not fake.
That's
man.
another Brian
Everything's
alias.
on the blockchain. Everybody can check the blockchain.
Yeah.
There are a ton of transactions on the blockchain.
Who knows? This is what we hear daily. They called out who's the one that bought his farm in
Sky High.
They're like Sky High's lying. He's just a liar. That's what these fudders are saying.
You know what their argument was, Poodles? This is gonna blow your mind, bro. I know Plan B talks about socks being blown off, but let me blow your socks off. The reason, bro. The freaking reason why Sky High is fake, bro. Like straight up nail on the coffin. The guy is just a piece of shit. All right. It's because he had one post.
Yep.
He only posted one time.
So
in all the years of the internet and the inception of the internet, he's only posted one time. Therefore, he's fake. And I was like, well, shit.
I don't even know who Sky High is. All I can say is look at that guy that was the biggest fudder of Seifu. All the fudders wanted to follow the guy fudding Seifu, who then turned around, made all of the fudders join his NFT project that he and then turned rug pulled.
Rubbed it.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that guy at right now, guys?
He's gone. He's
on the cloud.
He's on the cloud.
He's on the cloud. He's somewhere.
He can't come back to YouTube.
Yeah.
So let's
Not a
read
chance
this
in
and
hell.
Celebrate with
He'll come
John
back
Carter.
with a little mustache. No one will recognize him. Hi, I'm not Oliver. I'm Oscar. You know, whatever that
The
was.
disrespect that he had, bro.
Olivia.
Like
He was terrible.
Olivia.
I think I called up Greek on one day that he said some extra disrespectful stuff, and I was like, "Yo, if I could put my hands on him, this is a man that I really wanted to."
His whole approach was just disrespectful.
Like, he made me angry, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? But
he
that-
gave me so many subscribers. Every day he would bring me up in his video. Look at that soy boy Greek. Look at that soy boy
Greek.
Greek.
I was like, bro, you're the one wearing a shirt.
Bro.
He's the one that's wearing Baby Gap t-shirts. What the hell is he talking about, bro?
You should hashtag this video right here with his name on it.
About?
Hashtag
Hey,
his
I
name
even
on
called him out, man. I even called him out.
I said Baby Gap, bro. I used to laugh at that shit all the time, bro. Get a fitted. I mean, that's a fitted shirt, Oscar, whatever your name was, bro. But anyway, that's
Olivia.
Olivia.
Yeah, I called him out, Poodles. I called him out on the streets. I'm like, yo, meet me up on Belmont and Harold, bro. Like, you got some problems, we can solve
He's from
them.
your hood?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. I wish I was from your hood. I'd have called him out too, man.
Oh, shit. Really? No, damn, bro.
Yeah, I called him out on Live AMA because I think it was on Greek's Live AMA because that I had a problem with that, man. You're gonna bring someone's family into it.
Yeah,
that was super disrespectful.
Dirty,
man.
bro. Dirty.
You don't bring
Yeah, you
family
don't have
into
to like somebody. You don't bring their family into it. There's rules.
There is a rule. There is a rule. Look, and it's not a rule of the internet. This is a man's rule.
Life rule.
So
150% Kryptonian.
for those of you that don't understand men, okay, I know there's women in the audience, and I appreciate you guys being here.
Break it down.
Being here. So look, there's a man's rule. And me and Poodles were talking about this, and Poodles, as you can know, you and I, we got, I wouldn't say heated, but you had emotion. I was trying not to get any emotion. Poodles and I went to, I think, Telegram, and I think it was Telegram, but we talked about I made a comment about if we were in a pub or a bar, there's going to be an immediate check that men do. It's like subconscious. Like, I'm not going to get in a real room, a real physical building with these men on this panel right now, and I'm not going to raise my voice. I am now because my mic's turned down, but I'm going to be very respectful, because at any moment, if I disrespect any one of these men, it could get so violent, someone could die. Men innately know that. We know that about each other. We have a respect that it's just we're born with it. So when you get out here and you're behind a keyboard and you're talking shit, we're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no way you would say that to my face. There's no way you would tell me to my face. And Poodles and myself, I get loud, he gets loud, but I tell you this, if
just to be clear on that whole thing, my boisterous and my loudness wasn't directed towards any of the individuals. They were just being loud and emotional towards the subject, not towards any individual.
Right, exactly. And I had, and with that being said, Poodles, I had to check myself, because I was like, wait a minute, he's a hype guy. This is your personality. Yeah. And I told you, man, all respectfully, I get what you're saying. And my point was this, guys,
nothing was directed towards any of the individuals. Of
course, man, of course. And as men, and to sum it up, as men, we can sit here and talk about crypto and politics and shit, but I will never say, hey, Poodles, guess what, man? What if your wife, was scammed by a blah, blah, blah. It's bro, why are you talking about my wife?
It's just a line you don't.
And not for nothing, everybody has different situations with their own family members. There's plenty of people out there that have glorious, awesome relationships with their families. And there's other people that don't have awesome relationships with their families, not because they did something wrong, or not because the other side of their family did something wrong, just because in life they just didn't, work it out. And sometimes there's family members that are resentful towards other family members, and you can't hold people accountable for how their side of the family feels about any situation. So to bring someone's family into a situation and not knowing all the sides of it it's messed up, and it should have never happened.
You're right. You're 100% right. Sorry,
Greek,
I don't know why.
Greek agrees.
Greek
I concur. I'm reading.
Just talk about calculators. What the fuck's going on here? Nah, but anyway, so to sum it up, guys, we as men, we understand conversations. We understand how in a moment's time it can get super violent. So there's a respect that we have as men when we bring the conversations. And that's why I respect anyone's right. I will defend till death anyone's right to the freedom of speech, life, and liberty, because those are my principles. I don't care who you are, what you believe. You have the right to say something, and I will always hear you out. Always. I promise you that. I will never ban you, shut you out.
Texan.
Hell yeah, Texas, baby. We do it big here, man. 100%, guys. So, but but I agree with you, Poodles, man. You don't know what's going on in people's lives. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it about what the subject matter. One thing I don't like are fallacies, straw man fallacies. We can be talking about one thing, and you're like, and you kind of like, you address the issue they're talking. Let's say you're talking about a certain screenshot, and you address the screenshot about something someone said. Once you realize I've dismantled a lot of debates in my life. I love it. I love debating, and I've lost a lot and I've won a lot. Point is, I've dismantled some things. They immediately go to a straw man fallacy. They want to bring in something that, what if this? It's like, bro, we're not talking about that. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. And that's how I prefer that. That's that's the way I prefer to talk to somebody. Let's keep it on point. Let's talk about
You mean using logic.
Using logic, yes, absolutely. Logic. Yeah, because the moment you pull me off of the actual subject matter, you're trying to go into my emotions, and Poodles knows I hate my emotions, man, because it gets me in trouble. I lose money, bro.
Dangerous, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Every time I freaking act on my emotions, I lose money. And I also lose respect from someone else. I lose a bit of respect from them, and vice versa. And most importantly, I lose money as well, right? But that's why I'm always trying to keep my emotions in check. Unless we talk about politics, but we're not going to go there. Right, Greek? right, Greek?
Not on his channel. Greek, are you going to join us when we finally do? Are you going to talk politics and guns on our channel?
I will not go on your channel. It's a
topic that you away. You better be in the chat, bro.
I just want to say goodnight to everyone. I have to run, and I just want to leave it off as this. This is so important for Vulcan, okay? Our community needs to do with all the other thriving communities do. We are already flourishing. We are already thriving. But people say, these coins that are so successful, they have such huge communities. Kryptonian's a huge Bitcoin maxi, and his community is huge. Bitcoin is flourishing through the globe. That's his coin. I'm a Shiba Inu guy. Most people know that. Like, I'm big in the Shiba Inu's got a huge community. But my main thought, my main goal in the community level is I'm not in the Shiba Inu army on YouTube talking about Shiba Inu, but I'm just saying that to say this: the Shiba Inu community has got it broke millions of people, and it's breaking records, and I want that for this community. So we as a community has to become the Vulcan army. Like they have the Shib army and the Bit Squad. Man. We need this Vulcan army to do their part. We need to demolish Twitter daily, YouTube daily, every form of social media where you could spread some sort of appearance of Vulcan and what it's about. Vulcan blockchain here, we have to make the community understand that this blockchain is coming out and it's changing the space. And if we all do our part as a community, as people that love this token, this blockchain, this community, there is nothing to stop us from reaching the levels as these meme tokens have went, as any other community. We could be there, but we need the help of the community. It can't just be the YouTubers that are out there. It has to be broadcasted on your Facebook pages, on your Instagram pages. If the whole community would do that, if you don't have it in you to start your own YouTube channel, and I've said this for a lot of people, everyone here can do it. You could just start a channel and just start talking about it and hop up on here with us and vibe out. If that's not for you, that's okay, but you could do your part by hitting up Facebook, hitting up Instagram, hitting up Snapchat, whatever kind of financial groups you're in. Hey, have you heard about Vulcan? Hey, why don't you check this website out? You know, do your part, because it is everyone's best interest to spread the word about this, because the more people spreading the word, the more retweets, the more shares, the more we are going to flourish, man. And that's what we all want. The more we grow, the more we flourish, the more it's heard out there about Vulcan, the more people will jump on, the more people will help out, the more people will share. And then one day we could be the ones saying, holy shit, we've got 1 million holders of Vulcan. We fucking made it, guys. You know, I want that for us. And we can do that as a community together. So I just wanted to leave it off as that. Everyone, please do share the broadcast. Follow Kryptonian. Give him a subscription. NR, Greek, Just Talking, Brooklyn Hold Vulcan. I love and support everyone that loves and supports the community that we all love and believe in. So let's all do our part. Biz Entertainment's out there doing it. He's on every live stream, every broadcast, every Discord mention. He's out there. He's hustling for this. Not only because he has his position, but he also loves it. You know, I believe that he loves it just as a regular community member. Not only the fact that he is or is not on the team, however that may be. But if we all do our part, there ain't nothing that can stop us. I love each and every one of you, New York Poodles, aka Blockchain Poodles, over and out.
All right, have a good one, brother.
I'll
talk
to you guys soon. Thanks for coming out, man. Thanks, man. Well said.
Yeah, definitely well said.
All right, we've been going 2 hours, 18 minutes. It is time that I end this. I got to get some stuff done. So it was a wonderful time having all of you on. I don't think we're going to go through and do last words. We've already gone longer than I was hoping to go because
let me address one thing that I didn't get to say way back then, Greek. I'll keep it real short. So we got this comment, and this is addressed to myself and Kryptoni because we're both in the same project. So it's basically NR. Is your project considering beach condo units for rent and sell? I'm assuming he means for rent and sale. I will be building 20 units in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, Hendricks backyard. So Kryptoni and I are in a project right now that we're launching on the Vulcan blockchain, which is fractionalized real estate. FYA, if you're still watching or you come back and watch this or anybody knows FYA, tell them to hit us up because that is something we may not start out, with those beach condo units for rent, but tell them to reach out to us because it's definitely something we will consider. If he's doing that. Yeah, and if he's doing that, we'd like to keep it in the family. So yeah, I know there's a couple other people that have reached out to us in the community as well that are in that space. And again, if we can launch this on the Vulcan blockchain and keep it in the family and have other people in Vulcan involved in our project and be a part of that real estate, whether you're a real estate broker or you're actually a developer or whatever, we'd love to have you. Whether it's right away. So yeah, it's not about what you know, guys. It's who you know, and yeah, that would be awesome. So yeah, definitely reach out. It's something we'll definitely consider, and at some point, yes, vacation units and stuff like that are definitely in the plan. So yeah,
wonderful.
Thanks for giving me that time, brother. Appreciate you.
All right. Well, it's been wonderful. 2 hours, 20 minutes of amazing conversation once again. I thank each and every one of you for being here. As always, catch me next week. Vulcan Talk with the Greek. Peace out.
Thanks.
Never fear, because the Greek is here.